Elijah, put the camera on me.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack, a dack, ack.
Gangsta brother.
That's right. Hey. Come on in.
You all right over there?
Yeah, I'm all right.
The money shot.
I'm trying to get it together. I'm like,
Detroit
my God.
streets.
Yes, indeed. All right, with that password, guess what? You now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not two, not three,
Nope.
not four, not five, not six,
Nope.
That's right.
not seven. And when
All
I say
right.
that, I really believe it.
Well, thank you, LeBron. We appreciate it.
Who, me?
That's right. No matter how you're listening in, Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, or SiriusXM Channel 83.
Wow.
And now, of course, live,
Do it live.
on YouTube.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Do it.
I just don't want to be too close like yesterday's shot. I did see the video, and yes.
No. See, this is what I mean, Rob.
I was
know
looking
we
like
ain't
a
been doing
poppy
this for-
seed.
Yes, we ain't been doing this for 32 years or nothing, but trust your boy. Oh, if you know what, if Dub said it, I'm going to take his word. He want me to look good out here in these streets. Let me back up. You're like, what? No, I don't. I'm trying to tell you, Rob.
All right, I'm just saying. All right, say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the odd couple on this Worship Wednesday. And yes,
Hallelujah.
you'll need our telephone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet.
Byron Bolaños.
On the planet.
Richard Cavino.
On the planet. There you go. At least when people are still awake. Sorry about that, Ben.
I'm a fun guy.
Yes, thank you. Write it down, commit it to memory.
Obviously, I love the game of basketball.
99 on Fox. For you laymen out there who can't figure out the letters and numbers, 877-99. 877-996-6369. And guess what? If you hear feedback on the line when you call it means it's your own fault. It means just one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you call in here and have a problem with what we say, guess what? Tough, because...
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem, turn off your station.
That's right. And with all that said, always remember...
Yeah.
That's right. Let's go. Big show. Let me welcome in my co-host. He is...
Kelvin
Washington.
What up, bro?
There you go. What's happening? How are you?
Good, man. I'm good. Happy Worship Wednesday to you all the way to D. Been having a good time out there? Enjoy it? Whatever you got going?
A lot of work. I'm just putting in work here. Stuff with the house. Stuff like that. So...
I know how that goes.
Real busy next 3 days. So I'm working during the day and then ready to do a nice radio show with you every night.
How do
So
you
we're
top
good
the
to
night
go.
off? Where do you go? Where are you eating at out there?
What, at 10 o'clock?
Yeah. Or are you done eating? I forgot you in your done eating bag.
No. I'm done. I can't eat. That's late.
All right.
So it's all good. But Friday, I'll kind of cheat a little bit and go somewhere, hang out Friday night after, maybe go to the casino or something like that. So
all right.
Looking forward to
You
it.
gotta get a Coney dog just for old time's sake. You gotta make
I can't unsee all those rats in there.
I didn't
just
say you
can't
gotta
do
go to
it.
Lafayette. Go to El George's, go to Leo's, go to what was it, Mikey's? Go one of those.
I don't want a rat tail Coney dog. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it.
You read one
Alex,
story.
Once you see rats all into the Coney spot, and they didn't even close it down the city. They just like
They gave him a few months.
We set a couple traps. Okay, you guys can come back and eat. I was like,
kidding?
oh my God. I'm not kidding
That's
you.
disgusting.
You should look at the video. Am I right, Kelvin?
I
It's
mean,
pretty
listen,
ugly.
I can't deny it, but you just, you man up. You go get you one. Martin, you know what I'm talking about.
Dog?
No phony conies, Rob Parker. Let them know. No phony
That's right.
conies.
No phony conies when I have my hot dog joint.
All right, well, you better go to White Castle then.
No. My hot dogs were really good. New York, 100% beef. They with the natural casing, so they snap when you bit them.
Y'all New Yorkers and these snaps. You always talk about that. It's good when it snaps.
They got the hot dog has to snap. So anyway,
What is it?
all right, let's welcome in the
T-Pain?
Odd Couple crew. We wouldn't be able to do this fine radio show without them. Rob G is our producer.
Blood Mexican is
Alex is our engineer.
Alex, you're a hidden talent.
Yeah.
Martin Weiss is at the anchor desk. He'll keep us updated throughout the program. And, of course, Sagar is our social media guru.
Sagar, I can't see me. Can I see me on the YouTube? For the YouTubians?
Racist.
Oh, what you see?
What you mean
there
can't
go.
see you?
There I am. Boy, look at that.
What you mean can't see you?
Oh, we look cute. We got our red. Well, I got black and red hoodies on. Look at that.
What do you got on there? What does that say?
Oh, Soul Folks. SOLE though, like shoe sole. Like shout out to them. Lamar
I got to
Park.
tell you, I scored the greatest deal in the history of mankind today.
Oh boy, I want to hear it. Where at?
Okay, real quick. At what is that? JD. You know the sporting where you get sneakers and all kinds of apparel. So can you see this?
We see the nice Jordan hoodie.
So you can see the Jordan. I'm trying to get the.
I can't see if it's something else below because whatever you're trying to show us, we cannot see. All right, at this point, just stand up. We got to see it. We're committed to it now.
Okay.
Stand up. We got to see it now. Shout out to YouTube. Radio will tell you what it is. It is a red hoodie. Rob G getting mad.
You see the Jordan with the Nike logo on swoosh underneath?
No, I'm gonna say we do, but we don't. For some reason, we don't. I don't know if it's like a 6XL and it goes down to your knee. We can't see it.
No,
but dang it, you got the deal. How much was it?
$20.
Oh, that's a deal.
Unbelievable. A Jordan hoodie for $20.
No, that's clean. That's clean.
Unbelievable. So there you go.
So you didn't get two of them. Send me one, and I would have paid you $20.
No. Just no, because it would cost me $65 to get a suitcase back. So that would just defeat the whole purpose of it. All right, it is the Odd Couple on this Worship Wednesday. A lot to get to, and we should say that Rob G. The Odd Couple has the YouTube channel. I want to say first. Make sure you subscribe. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. All right, Rob G, people are ranting and raving about Wemby.
What a setup. We got better set up for that sweatshirt you're wearing, Rob. For all of 97 people watching on YouTube, we got to talk about that for 9 minutes.
Don't disrespect our 97.
Golly. This is a radio medium to talk about sports, but it's okay.
Look at
that. Yes.
Hey, Rob Parker, tell them don't act like our numbers don't be doing good on socials, okay? They're going to see it back, Rob G.
We got more affiliates in Montana than people watching on YouTube right now. But in any event.
Shout out to Montana. Tony Montana.
Victor Wembanyama had himself a ball game last night in a pivotal Game 5.
Now, remember, the next time you disrespect our numbers, I want you to show us your numbers on your podcast.
If we go subscriber count versus watchers, I'm killing
disrespect.
y'all.
Okay,
I'm just saying, I get like 40% of our subscribers are all watching me. Can't say the same thing about the Odd Couple. But in any event, Victor Wembanyama had himself a ball game. Game 5, they win going away. They are now up 3-2. Wemby finished with 27, 17, 5 assists, and 3 blocks. Just a monster on both ends of the floor. And after the game, Paul Pierce said on his podcast that Victor Wembanyama, already in his only healthy season in the NBA, best player he's ever seen. Take a listen.
This is the best basketball player I've ever seen play. He is the most complete player we've ever seen play the game. Like, we could talk about Broad, George. He is the most complete player in the history of the game. Like, The way he influences the defense, and then when he turns it on the offense and he's just making all kind of shots. The type of shots that he's making at this size, even the ones he missed where he got fouled and they threw the lob and he almost made it. Like, I'm looking like to contort his body the way he does it at that size. The putback and one, he reaches his hand with the touch. Like all this little stuff. I'm looking at the little things that he's doing as a guy that size, and it's just like unbelievable.
And go ahead, Rob.
No, I was just going to say, am I supposed to, Paul Pierce, he's the one who doesn't have LeBron in his top 10. I'm supposed to believe
he's changed now, sitting around with KG. KG be keeping it real. I think he's changed him a bit.
You sure? Because I was supposed to listen to his basketball analysis on other players when he couldn't even keep it real with LeBron. Now he's going to tell me Wemby's the greatest thing ever.
He is mature,
ball.
Rob. I tell you what, I don't. He's right in the sense that we throw that around a lot. Somebody's a freak. Somebody's a unicorn. Somebody's a this. Somebody we called Porzingis a unicorn, and he was. Wow, he can move pretty well. He can shoot the three. He's big, obviously. This is something completely different, and his term complete player is the scary part because he's only 22 and he's already that. Like by now, you could say, "Oh, LeBron, we saw what he was going to be coming," but you could say he's got to work on his jump shot, or he's good defensively, but there's a next level he could get you. And Jordan doesn't make his teammates better at this point in his career. He already does all of that, and that's what makes it scary. So to me, we start having that conversation of like, well, dang, he's the most complete. He's people are already saying he's the best player in the league now, and he could, how many MVPs will he win? And I think one of the things I start to think about, we had this conversation before too, and I don't know where you are on it. A lot of people will gauge the best based simply off of rings. Like, all right, well, this person has X amount of rings in any league, whether it be a quarterback, whether it be an NBA, that makes him the best. You can't be the best unless you have 6 or 7 rings in the NBA, right? You got at least tie Jordan.
That's not how it goes. But people aren't gonna say that a guy who hasn't done anything yet, who's still trying to get there, didn't even win he didn't win any awards out of the womb, that you're going to crown him as the greatest ever. Like I just think that it has more to do with that rather than winning rings. He hasn't won anything. If they lose this series, people are going to be ranting and raving in the streets. Oh, Wemby's the greatest player who ever played. No, they won't.
I think so. Not ever played yet, obviously, but I'm saying they'll say he's the best player in the NBA right now, and they'll say
Tim Duncan was a hell of a player, right? There's not too many things he didn't do well, and I'm talking about for his position. And guess what? Nobody even talked. This guy won 5 out of 6 championships. I don't know what he didn't do. What do they call him? The big fundamental.
The big
and nobody ever ranted and raved about Tim Duncan. And I'm not saying that Wemby can't get there. I'm out front on the Wemby stuff, but I'm not there like where everybody just wants to crown people too prematurely.
And I don't disagree with that.
All.
Yeah, I don't disagree with the crowd, but I think what makes him scary is what Paul was saying, the completion portion of it. Because Tim Duncan, for all of his greatness, Tim Duncan wasn't step back hitting threes. Tim Duncan wasn't grabbing a rebound, bringing a ball up, passing point guards at 7'5", 7'6". Like, it's freakish. And usually we can put holes in a game, right? Joker, as good as he is offensively, well, he obviously has massive limitations defensively, and there's things that he can't do agility-wise. He's not athletic like that, right? Which was fine because he's been the best player for the last handful of years. And you can go on down to Luka, as great as he is offensively scoring, doesn't play defense, doesn't get sucked into or he has to have the ball in his hand. Wemby can do whatever you want. Oh, you want me to just have 19 tonight and 19 rebounds and 10 blocks? Cool, I got that. Oh, tonight I got to drop a 40-piece? I can do that. You want threes? You want dunks? You want layups? That's what I think you get the Paul Pierces and all the old heads, not even just us, the fans. I'm talking the old head players looking at him like, I don't know what I'm watching. I've never seen anything like this. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. And when I hear those guys, fans can say it because we overreact all the time, and for the greats to be saying, I don't know what I'm witnessing, this is insane. And to me, you have to win championships.
You mean the same greats who poo-pooed LeBron James, those greats?
Well, don't bring up Paul Pierce in his poo-pooing LeBron.
It's not just Paul Pierce. It's a lot of them.
Well, no, because they only poo-poo LeBron when we're talking about is it Jordan or LeBron? And now I got to nitpick, so I'm going to poo-poo LeBron. But everybody knows where he is in the echelon.
Don't have him in the top 10. No, they don't. A lot of them don't have him in the top 10.
If there's a human being on earth that does not have LeBron in the top 10.
There's plenty. Rob
G, do you know a human being who doesn't have LeBron in their top 10? Thank you. Rob, maybe top 3. I would get he ain't in my top 3. Fine. Martin, you got somebody who don't have him in the top 10? Okay. Yeah, I thought I was going crazy there. But
Kenny Smith, and was it Kenny or Charles? You can go back to their list. They've updated them.
Yeah, Skip. Okay, Skip.
There are people.
I'm going to skip that name you just said, Martin. Thank you. And because we know what game that's being played right there. No real person living in reality in the year of 2026, our Lord. He's got him at 9. Yeah. I got Kenny Smith has him at 10. When?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Last year,
you have to
Kenny Smith has LeBron James at 10.
Yes, he does. And you're right away. You wanted to discount me.
I did want to discount you, and now I'm about to discount Kenny, and I love Kenny.
Okay.
Y'all know I always say.
No, Kenny won 2 championships. Kenny
Smith
played
is
in the
great
NBA.
at what he does. Kenny Smith is great. I love listening.
All I'm telling you is it's just not everybody.
Wait,
so
and now
sometimes you got to be careful.
Okay, wait. Kenny Smith just saying. Alex, hit me with an update. We just now have breaking news. Kenny Smith now has him in the top 5. Okay, so what do I gotta wait, Rob G? To the end of this game, he'll put him in his top 3 by the end of this game. Top 5 is fine if you want to do that because he's gonna pay homage to the Wilts and the Bill Russells. I'm okay with that. I get that. Anyway, my point is, Wemby now at this point, obviously, got to be healthy. He's got to continue to dominate. He's got to win some things. But my last point was going to be, and it's kind of, I'll say my point, and I'll ask you a question, Rob. I don't view things as you have to have, for instance, 6 or 7 rings to be the best. I think if you can, because things are contextualized, meaning if Wemby plays 12 years, because, after that he couldn't stay healthy or whatever it may be, and he were to win 4 in those 12 years, and he did what he did, and 4, 5, 6-time Defensive Player of the Year, and 4 or 5 MVPs and all that, to me, you can be the best ever, and I'm not saying he is currently. What I'm saying is, without have to match the rings. For me, you don't have to have 6 or 7 or 8. It's passing Jordan.
I think you're discounting when you say that. It's an insult to Michael Jordan that you think it's just his rings.
No, I never said that about Jordan. I'm saying how people do that, not you.
No, but I'm just talking about the idea. You push Jordan's rings out there as that Wemby doesn't have to win 6. Michael Jordan is the all-time leading scorer in the postseason, averaging over 30 points a game. We could go on about the defensive awards he made. He won 10 times in a row the scoring leader. Like his career is so much bigger than rings. When people just say that, I don't think that they actually.
People, I'm with you, and
I don't think that people really know what Michael Jordan's body of work. And if you're telling me, I would take Michael Jordan over Wemby any day. Any day of the week. Michael Jordan over Wemby. He's the most complete player I saw.
Jordan, I'm not. Listen, Jordan is Jordan. There's a few people I'll ever argue with somebody about.
No, I'm just saying. Who would you take, Wemby or Jordan?
That's complete player, it's Wemby.
I'm asking you.
I'm answering. Complete player is Wemby.
Complete player is Michael Jordan. Could play on the defensive end, could shoot, could make the big baskets in the big moments. He did everything. I don't know what he could, whatever you needed him to do. Make the right pass in the right situation. Hey, Steve Kerr, be ready. Be wide open. The ball's coming to you. What did he not do? He did everything he needed to do as a player.
This is not a him as much as I've never seen someone this be 7. Just like we never saw a 2-guard be that dominant. It was always about the big men, and that's what made Jordan, wow, look at this 2-guard taking over. We never seen that before. We've never seen Wemby what he's able to do. Now, obviously, he's got to do it for 10+ years and win. But I don't know where the flaw is right now in his game. He can hit mid-range, he can hit 3, he can spin off, he can shoot, he can pass, he can defend. It's absurd what we're seeing already at 22 years old.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Does Wemby need 6 rings to be considered the best and most complete player in NBA history? Who would you take, Jordan or Wemby? Just curious. We'll continue that conversation next with you, 877-99 on Fox. It is The Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, and you know what you need to do. Stick and stay.
Because everybody knows.
Everyone knows it's Wemby. let's talk about inside the NBA. And Shaq had some very nice words to say about.
He don't like to give big fella
about
praise.
Wemby. You know that. I mean, when we talk about that all the time, especially when you think that he doesn't have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in his top 10 of all time in the NBA. I still can't get over that. But anyway.
Meanwhile, he probably was like on a FaceTime with him earlier in the day. Like that's his guy. Shaq loves guards.
But yes. So here's Shaq inside the NBA.
I think Wemby is the first perfect big man that's ever created. Can shoot, free throws, play defense, play offense. He's a great team player. I'm happy for the Spurs. I'm happy for Wemby.
Well, I think I get his sentiment. I would argue Hakeem might have been that. Shoot, fade away, handle. Obviously, he's not quite Wemby handle, but, block. I think he's still all-time leader in blocks. It just rebound. Hakeem Olajuwon might have been that. But the freakish aspect of Wemby is crazy. My wife the other night, we're watching the game, and her and my daughter like, whoa, he looks like abnormally tall. I was like, yeah, he's like, they list him at 7'4". I think he's like 7'6", and they're like, whoa. And then I said, watch this. And he's coming down, got a rebound, kept it behind the back, step back, shooting three.
It's the dribbling.
It's not normal. How are you 5 inches taller than KD and as mobile and a better passer and an incredibly, much better defender? So he's made out of a video game. You ever got bored on 2K and made a ridiculous player, Bo? Just for fun, like, let me see what it would look like, and I'm going to put all the attributes up. Well, we got that human. We got the first perfect player. Like, where's the flaw?
The idea, and I know that's not a real flaw, but it's in there, the idea of him staying healthy.
That's the only challenge, right?
Can you look and know for sure he's going to play 15 years, have a career, and not have, be sidelined or be hobbled by some sort of injury, being that tall, being that big, being that size, and the history is against him. Would you agree with that? The history.
Yes. The only difference, and we've mentioned this before, is that he's not. The average bigs we're talking about, something was a little off with their movements, right? They were slower, they were bigger. You look at Yao, Manute Bowles, Mirasan, Sean Bradley, those bigs. He's actually agile and
but he's already had his own share of injuries and different things.
Well, the blood clot, that one was scary because you don't know what to do with that, right? If you twist your ankle, I can tape it up. I can give you a couple weeks off. The blood clot is one of those weird ones where you just don't know what to do. But you're right, and I said it about a year or so ago when we were doing it. I said his health is the biggest deterrent. Like, if he can stay healthy, he's got a shot at being something incredible. And we might be having our first hour conversation might be different. It might be about LeBron might get replaced with a Wemby talk in comparison to Jordan and the GOAT conversation. I mean, all the attributes are there. And again, Shaq always hates on big men because he'll always say, I didn't like it, Kenny. Well, why didn't you like it? He had a good game tonight. Those aren't SLN. Well, what is SLN? What do you mean? Shaq like numbers. Like, he makes it like everybody has to look like him and play like him and have those numbers.
You mean when they took you out of the games because you couldn't make free throws, or when they used to do the hack of Shaq?
It's easy. If you score 6 every quarter, that's 24. And then if you get an extra cup, it's not that. Are you watching? Each game is different, right? You know what I mean? There's a different style, different flow. But
if everybody could use that formula, then everybody would have 30 points. All you got to do is score 6. That sounds good
all the time. They'll come out. Who's a big man like in the last? Maybe they'll say like Embiid or something. And like last few years, and he'll be like, he had a good game. 27-11 as the Sixers. And he'll be like, I'll be like, what?
I mean, he's got chicken in his teeth.
They make Shaq like numbers. Okay, so you were one of one, Shaq, right? Not every. When's the last time a dude brought out the whole stanchion? Let alone break a rim, the whole stanchion. Like, you were kind of one of one, Shaq. So, but I like seeing him give credit to him.
And when he played, we talk about all the time. I mean, nobody was as dominant. I mean, in his heyday with Kobe and that
90,
run,
six-ish.
Am I right?
To like 01, 02, Shaq.
and he didn't have to come up with any other shot, dunk the ball every single time. You don't need no dipsy doodle. I don't need you to do anything special. Like, all he does is dunk the ball. Okay, and
and get guys in foul trouble. And then when you double and triple team them, I'm kicking it out to Rick Fox, Derek Fisher, Glenn Rice, depending on the era of the team. Yeah. And that's why when we're talking about, like, if I'm Kelvin Washington, the general manager, why I'm so big on Shaq, why, like, if we had a draft of every NBA player ever and they're all 22 and you're going to get him for 12 years, I'm taking Shaq just about over everybody because – Wednesday. That's right. We got Game 6 coming up. Game 5, I should say. I'm sorry. Pistons hosting the Cavs. Game 5 coming up. We'll get to that about 30 minutes or so. And we got Shekel City a little bit later on. Also, Tyrek play of the day as well. Don't forget, at University of Maryland Global Campus, you can choose from more than 65 graduate online degrees and certificates, including our MBA, now with 10 specializations. No application fee through June 1st. Visit umgc.edu. All right, Rob G., let's get to the calls. 877-99 on Fox. The idea that Wemby is the most complete player ever. Is he not? Is he on his way? Is he nowhere near? Is it someone else? 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
Greg in Wichita. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Greg?
Good evening, gentlemen. I got to go with Rob on this one. It's too soon to tell. A couple of things that I think concern me about Wemby is the possible temper issues. And earlier in the year, he was campaigning for himself to be MVP. Yep. That, if you ask me, the tooting your own horn is what killed LeBron. If LeBron had never said anything about GOAT and I'm better than Jordan ever, people would look at him differently than they do. They just would. He needs to be careful and act like Duncan and just go out and play. That's all he's got to do.
I love that advice. I love that advice. You don't need to campaign for anything. People will recognize your talent all the time. They just will. 877-99 on Fox. Tony in Detroit, in D.C. Tony in D.C., you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Tony?
Hello, is this thing on? The word
yes, it is.
Tonight is perspective. And Kelvin, my man, you need some perspective.
Break it down for me.
Look, Wemby is great defensively, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But where I think Paul Pierce makes the mistake is Wemby lets teams off the hook offensively because he shoots too many threes. This is the difference between him and MJ. I'm just using MJ as an example.
Mm-hmm.
MJ always played to his offensive strengths.
Bingo.
When he first came in the league, I'm going to dunk on you. When he got that post game down, I'm going to put you in the torture chamber in the post. Wemby sometimes falls in love with the three. He's a great talent, But we're going to see if he has the will. He has the physical attributes, but does he have the mental will to impose his will on series from here on out and play to his offensive strengths, no matter what the defense throws at him?
I love that call, Tony. Appreciate the call. 877-99 on Fox. Let's squeeze one more in. Do we got time? Yep. Sean in Sacramento. You're on the Odd Couple.
Yeah.
Fox Sports Radio.
Yo, my uncle from another mother, Cuzzo Kelly, my brother's behind the board, man. Hey, real quick, loving the M Drive commercial. Hopefully that's getting Unc all the way buffed up during his little marathon exercise sessions he keeps posting online. But real quick, man, look, Wemby's ceiling, I ain't gonna lie to you, everyone keeps talking about it's too early. I think that just shows you he has a higher ceiling than Michael Jordan. I mean, Wemby looks like Jordan at the end of Space Jam when he's reaching out and just stretching out and dunking on all those Looney Tunes at the very end. So I think given his physical attributes, he has a higher ceiling, but I'm with Unc on this one, man. Jordan was just a killer. 6 titles at 6 tries, and I think that's something Wemby hasn't reached yet, is that mental toughness that I'm going to take you, I'm going to kill you. I don't care if you rage baiting me. I'm going to take this rage and turn it into points and a win. So I'm going to have to ride with Jordan on this one, but I hear you, Kelby. Give the man 3 more years. If it results in at least 2 titles, you might have a shot at best of all time.
Yeah, I think, no, great point, Dre. It's just obviously the completion. Like, Jordan's completed. Like, Kobe's completed. Shaq, people we put up at the greats. I'm going more so on the idea, too, of what Paul Pierce was saying. Just when I watch him, I don't see where, like, the flaw is. Oh, man, if only he this, if only he that. And the scary part is.
I thought Tony brought up a good point. Like who can stop him? And he might fall in love with the 3, and you might realize that, dude, you don't need to do that. Will Chamberlain, no, I'm just saying they.
But I don't think he does, though.
Or Kareem, they just kept doing the same thing. Why? Because nobody could stop it.
But I think that's his attributes, Rob. I get what your sentiment. Hey, you're 7'5", go be 7'5". I think what makes him freakish is he's this guy who can grab a rebound, cross up point guards, and step pop for 3. Just the same guy who can set a pick, slip it, and catch an alley-oop down low. Like, that's what makes him freakish is he can do all of that. And that's what's scary about him. Is the fact that he can pull up from edge, he can hit you with a jump hook, he can hit you from 3, and you're like, my gosh, you're supposed to have limitations because you're a human
Paul
being.
Pierce are in the same camp. Everybody else doesn't think so.
Everybody else doesn't think so. All right, there you have it.
All 3 people who called the Odd Couple just didn't agree with it.
Okay.
It's just premature.
No, I
do this a lot in sports, and that's where people push back.
I will not. I completely get it. And if your argument is ever a guy named Michael Jordan, I will never have an like. I will totally get what somebody's saying on that. Somebody who people say is his son. There's something he could do better. We'll tell you that right now. Martin Weiss is getting you updated.
Major League Baseball right now, the Cincinnati Reds with a 4-5 lead over the Washington Nationals at the top of the 3rd inning. The Phillies and the Red Sox tied 1 apiece in the 4th. Rays and Blue Jays scoreless in the 3rd inning. Detroit has an early 2-0 lead over the Mets. That one's in the 2nd. Cubs and the Braves scoreless in the 2nd inning. So is the Rockies and the Pirates. Also on that game's already started. Not on rain delay anymore. Got about 30 minutes away from the tip-off of Game 6 between the Pistons and the Cavaliers. That one being played in Detroit. It's a 2-2. Game 5. 2-2 series lead. In the NFL, we had some scheduling news as the Seahawks will open the season at home with a Super Bowl rematch against the Patriots in Week 1. The first ever Thanksgiving Eve game will take place on Wednesday, November 25th, as the Rams host the Packers. The Saints will play the Steelers in Paris in Week 7, and the Lions will play the Patriots in Munich in Week 10. The game's going to be on Fox. That'll be the first triple header on a network in the NFL's history. And also in baseball, the Yankees pitcher Max Fried, he left today's 7-0 loss at Baltimore after 3 innings. He had his left elbow posterior soreness. He'll have an MRI tomorrow. Angel Martinez homered in Cleveland's 4-2 win over the Angels. And the Mets are going to without their catcher right now. Francisco Alvarez will need surgery after being diagnosed with a torn meniscus in his right knee. ESPN's reporting that LeBron James felt taken for granted by the Lakers after a March win in which he passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most victories in NBA history by one player. General Manager Rob Pelinka presented the game ball to J.J. Redick, who had just won his 100th game as a head coach. So that Dave McMenamin reporting today that LeBron James felt disrespected by that move. Fellas, back to you.
Yeah, we're going to get on that next hour. Thank you, Martin. Appreciate it. I couple Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Worship Wednesday. Shekel City on the way. Also, your tire rack play of the day. And as Martin was just mentioning, we'll give a little preview of the Pistons-Cavs game coming up here shortly. Rob G., the Timberwolves lose, they're calling it the Wemby revenge game. Wemby comes back, looks amazing. As a matter of fact, he scored, 18 points in the first quarter. I mean, this dude is we talked about it moments ago. He's absolutely insane. Anthony Edwards, though, is he's not deterred by that right now with his team.
No, he's still feeling confident. He still thinks they can get this win. The problem is, as you mentioned, Victor Wembanyama seems to have reached peak Wemby already. 18-6 in the first quarter. He didn't have to do a whole heck of a lot the rest of the way. And they just ran going away. They won by 29 points. It is their second straight game, I believe, that they've won by 20. They've won consecutive home playoff games by 29 points or more for the first time in franchise history. So tough sledding right now for Ant-Man and these Wolves.
You know, one thing I want for Ant-Man this offseason, I think he's an incredible talent. His team has gotten to the Western Conference Finals and obviously still has a chance. Anything can happen in the next couple of games. But Rob, you've been covering this league. You know that since for 40 years, watching the game. I've been watching it. Rob G, you as well. And I've mentioned it before. The next level for him to really step up and be that thing for his team, and I think it's a lot of young players in this league, Rob, and we talk about it. Maybe it's the AAU. Maybe it's just the way they're being trained because everybody has their own personal trainer growing up now. But they need to get back to having those set spots on the floor. When it's crunch time, when it's 4 or 5 minutes left in the game, you need a bucket, you need something to get to. Guys are frantic. It's chaotic. And they're all 35, 38 feet away from the rim, and it's high pick and roll. And if it didn't work, okay, I got to back it up. You, come give me another pick. You, come give me another. And they're frantic. Now it's 8 seconds left on the shot clock, and the move didn't work. And I just throw the ball to a guy, a teammate. He's got to chuck it up. And Edwards' next evolution to his game is being where he knows his sweet spots, where he can get there, where we know, okay, if you're his teammates, all right, we're going to get him the ball in his elbow or his left wing or the left hash is where he likes it, and typically he's going to do this, which means I'm going to back cut here or I'm going to pop up at top of the key and get his three-point shot. That's going to make the games a little bit easier for him, Rob, and for a lot of young guys in the league, where it's not all freestyle, frantic, 35 feet away, high pick and roll, let me just ad-lib and freestyle it. There's a point in the game we're all out of breath. We're tired. The season's been long. We're all winded. Guys are broken down, bodies beat up a little bit. Where we need to know this is what you're going to do. When we just talked about Jordan, right? You knew Jordan wanted to get on that elbow, and he was going to be able to get to his shot, or if they doubled, he was going to be able to, you mentioned it, kick it out to Kerr. He knew what he was going to do. Kobe Bryant, you knew he wanted to get to that sweet spot or two where he had to move. I'm going to face up the rim. I'm going to back him down. Tim Duncan, get me on that left block because I can either hit it off the glass or I can come across the middle with a sweeping right hook. That's what I'm watching at Edwards. There are times when I'm like, oh, he can't get to the basket or his shot. He can't get that bucket the way he needs it. So it's kind of freestyling, and you can see his teammates don't know how to react. They're like, what are we doing? Where are we going? What should I be? And I think a lot of young guys could benefit from having that 2 or 3 spots on the floor where I want to get the ball here. You know what I want to do here. I got 2 or 3 options from those spots. And I just watch a lot of games right now. We talk about it. Jalen Brunson, previously to this nice run they're on, it's all frantic, right? Cade Cunningham, he kind of has more sweet spots than the average, but same thing where it's like, I got to figure this thing out. Donovan Mitchell could benefit from that. And I think a lot of young stars should really go back and look at the peak, late 80s, 90s, or 2000s, where guys knew where they wanted to be on the floor. Charles Barkley knew what side of the block he wanted to be on. Hakeem knew where he wanted to be, so that I can make it easier for myself and make it easier for the team. And I see a lot of frantic ball, a lot of trying to figure this thing out on the fly, and guys don't know where to be, and they're out of place. And I think they could benefit from that.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I just I think he'll look at this season. I don't know, like it just doesn't seem like that's the way they coach nowadays. We talked about it with, I don't know, the Orlando Magic when they went through their funk.
Yeah, good point. Well, we did hit that then.
Like. There's no play that you have set up. You know what I mean? For a basket where we're in a drought and you set up a play, and we don't see that. I don't. And then it was the other one. Who else had a really bad stretch? Stretch. We've seen teams not score for a long period of time.
The Hawks had it too. Where they couldn't.
The Hawks had it, couldn't get a basket.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no play drawn up. There's no spot for your star player. Like this is his sweet spot. Let's get him the ball
in New
there.
York, Rob, when Bernard King, he wanted that left block. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm 5-6 years old, and I was watching you knew where he wanted. Just give me the ball down here. I'm about to punish somebody. And it
Bernard
just seems,
Isaiah at the Cobo Hall.
That was incredible.
I watched that game. I think I was in high school. Just an unbelievable. The Knicks did not lead that game, Kelvin. I think you know this.
Yeah.
Until they got the last basket that put them ahead. They never led the game. It was either tied, you know what I mean, or they were behind. And that was an epic battle, Bernard King and Isaiah Thomas. That was basketball. And Cobo Hall, not even – the roof had collapsed, I think, at the Pontiac Silverdome or something. And it was at the smallest venue in downtown Detroit. It's incredible.
Yeah, man. I think he went for like 56 or something. Zeke went for like 48 or not. It was insane. But that's my point, man. Sometimes I watch these games and you knew where Kobe wanted. I mentioned the Bernard King. You knew where even just, like I said, a Larry Bird. Everybody kind of had those sweet spots. We need a bucket here. We knew where Kareem was going to go. And I think young guys should kind of take note of that so that it makes it a little easier for them. Like you mentioned, Paolo Banchero should have a spot. There's no way Orlando should just be frantically, Paolo should know, because especially he's big-bodied. He likes to post up. This is where I want to get it. Y'all go over there. They double. I kick it to you. And I want to see more of that. And I think that's going to help Ant as he continues to evolve. He's still very young, still very talented. He can get better from that. All right, on the way, Shekel City. We'll see how Rob did. Also, your tie rack play of the day. We got a big one coming up in Detroit, hosting the Cavs for Game 5. It is the Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday. Rob and Kelvin, Fox Sports Radio.
Rob G, the Rockets. There's some talk about Kevin Durant and his future there in Houston.
That's right. On Monday, ESPN published their long-form post-mortem on the Houston Rockets season about what went wrong, what went sideways, what led to them getting bounced much earlier than we all expected. And in it, they explained that Kevin Durant and his quote-unquote moodiness played a big role into why things didn't work out the way they thought they would. They also pointed out that despite, even though we made it a big deal on our show and other shows, the whole burner account tweets was maybe not as big of a deal as you might expect, but KD's moodiness, the lack of a second veteran presence in the locker room, Fred VanVleet was hurt, Steven Adams was hurt, kind of led to them spiraling out of control, especially in that first round series against the Lakers. Having said that, however, the expectation from sources in Houston is that not only do they expect Kevin Durant to be back next year, Ime Udoka's going to be back, and all the young core is going to be back. Houston wants to run it back with KD and company in 2026.
No way, no how. No, I'm not with it. Kelvin, we want to go back to our archives and talk about what I thought about KD and Houston?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't buying it back then, and I'm not buying it now. Here's the problem. The burner account, the moodiness, all that, I'm buying that. But his availability, too. Didn't I talk about that? When you have an older guy, look around. Look at what's happened to him time and time again. It's always something happening, right?
Yeah.
There's always an injury, can't play. They needed him in the biggest spot. It just didn't work out. You think he's going to get better and healthier as you go along, or does it get worse as he ages?
Yeah, he's going. I mean, that's just human. Well, allegedly, LeBron, but you're supposed to.
But you get my point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I understand. I guess they've invested so much, and they feel like, what else are they going to do? And let's run it back when we get everybody back and healthy. It's just that he's getting older, and everywhere he's gone, things have gone south. Like, really.
That's my issue, Rob, more than the talent. He's a walking bucket. He's going to be efficient. Mark him for next game, 68 games, 24 points a game, 5-5. You know what I mean? Something like that. That's just what he does. But the issue I have more than anything, and I'm disappointed in him, and obviously Fred VanVleet there might have helped, but my biggest thing is it can't be a locker room disruptor. There's something all the time. And everywhere he leaves, there's something. It's just, the Warriors thing. And maybe
look how better the Suns got after he left. And that was a shocker there.
And it's weird. This is going on. And some weird stuff with the Nets. And there's weird stuff with the Suns. And we know how it ended in Golden State. And now we're here in the locker room with Weary Houston. And I don't know if he cares too much. I don't know if he's too much of a recluse or like I like to be alone kind of guy. But to me, what you see the NBA, and I've mentioned this before, you see the NBA has become – it's become a bunch of young guys you bring in when you finally find your core, and you grow and you grow. The Pistons are doing it. The Warriors actually did it 10, 12 years ago. The Celtics did it. The Thunder are doing it, and to the tune of winning, but also doing it. The Nuggets did it with Jamal Murray and Joker, and so growing that team there. That's what you're seeing. Orlando Magic are doing it. That's the Spurs are doing it. So to me, that's what the Houston Rockets have. They have a nice young core, whether it's Şengün, Amin Thompson, Shepard, Eason, Jabari Smith Jr. They got a nice core, and I think they're to something to letting that core grow. Now, what you might want to go do is find your De'Aaron Fox. Find that middling veteran. Like he's 28 years old. It's something like that. That veteran, been around, been in a couple of post playoff series. Not necessarily this 37, 38-year-old. But I think that's kind of what you're going to need. Your De'Aaron Fox, your guy that's got some experience. If he were just an example, somebody like a Jamal Murray, I know he had a bad game, but somebody who can get you a bucket, can create, can get shots, something where you're like, we got a guy who's a veteran, can score, but it doesn't have to be the old head. Again, because most importantly about all these teams I named, you know what they all have? Great chemistry. Locked in. Have you ever seen an interview with the Thunder? You can't even interview. All right, we're going to interview SGA after the game. It's 12 of them there. Let's interview this person. The whole team is there. The Pistons, everybody's there. The Spurs, they're locked in. And so I need that if I'm the Rockets. On a Worship Wednesday. Still a lot going on next hour. We got Antonio Daniels. That's right. AD going to join us next hour. Looking forward to that. That's right. Olden Polynice. After that final hour, we'll have him jump on as well, so we'll get some good NBA breakdowns.
What was his name when he was 6 years old? Was it Youngin?
Youngin Polynice. So stupid.
I'm just saying.
Was he teenage Polynice too?
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah, we'll get to them in a little bit. Right now, it's time for Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
How'd you do?
All right, 2-1 last night, 133 and 103, 30 games over 500 versus the spread. Nobody in radio history is giving this to you.
Okay.
Nobody.
In history. You are a radio fan for decades. That's a bold statement, brother.
I'm just saying. All right, here we go. My best bet, I'm taking the Cavs plus 4.5.
Cleveland!
In Detroit against the Pistons. I think
they cover or they win?
No, they win the game.
Oh,
plus 4.5. I got James Harden goes off.
Oh,
that's my prediction. James Harden goes off.
No, they gonna. I think they're gonna say, Donovan, you can get you 30, 35. We ain't letting nobody else. That would be my approach if I was JB.
Well, but that's the whole point of it. There you go. All right. Also, some Major League Baseball. I got the Padres plus 1.5. The Padres are in Milwaukee taking on the Brewers, so Padres plus 1.5. And the Dodgers, who can't win a game and have lost the first 2 games of the series to the Giants, who are really bad. It's really bad, but I'm going to take the Dodgers minus 1.5. I think Ohtani's on the mound tonight. Isn't Ohtani pitching?
I got to actually peep that.
I think so. So I got the Dodgers minus 1.5 hosting the Giants. I got the Padres plus 1.5 in Milwaukee, and I'm taking the Cavs plus 4.5 in Detroit against the Pistons. And remember, I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
Good call. It is Ohtani today.
I did do that.
Yeah.
I did do that.
You know how it goes to get those weird just slumps in baseball where it could be an individual player.
Ohtani had 2 home runs and 113 at-bats. Who would have told you that?
Yeah. Dude, by the way, I was looking at Aaron Judge. I don't know if he's hit one in the last 24 hours. I think he was at 16 or something on it. I was like, is that right?
16 already.
Dude, I looked at that the other day. Like I said, I think it was yesterday.
It's May 14th, 13th. He's got 16 home runs.
And I looked at it, I was like, oh, they mean like over the months of May over his career or something. I'm like, I know they don't mean this year. My gosh. Yeah, he's a hitting machine. And like you always say, I mean, it's going to be interesting when it's all said and done for him as far as a right-hand hitter. Like what?
Yeah, he could wind up being. Now, he got a long way to go, but he could. He's on that path.
And to be doing it, and I know this sounds crazy because in real life, I'm going to look it up just to make sure I'm right about this. But I was going to say his age is not – he's not young for –
No, he came up late.
Yeah.
He came up late. That's the thing that's incredible about his numbers.
He's 34, and I know that's not old, and you're still –
No, but he didn't come up until 6 years ago or 7 years ago. Like, that's crazy.
So, yeah, just to see what he's doing at, 34, still extremely mobile, still playing,
I still think the one stat, Kelvin, seriously, and we talked about it, if he hits the 50 home runs this year.
50.
No, that'll be 5 years. 50 or more home runs. Nobody in the history of baseball has ever done it. Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, Barry Bonds, nobody.
And I'm going to jump out on a limb. Barring injury, I think he's going to do it. I mean, this just is pretty much mark him down for high 50s, low 60s at this point every year. So it's been remarkable. But going back real quick, we got another couple minutes before top of the hour and we're getting ready for this game. So you got James Harden going off. I think this.
What I mean is, I don't expect him to turn the ball over and have more turnovers.
Yeah, I don't expect 40. I get what I mean. Going off for him is he has 24, no turnovers, 8
what
assists.
What he's been doing. You know what he's been doing in Cleveland. Just if he plays that kind of game, they have a great shot to win tonight. I just think Cade looks tired to me. I'm not saying he looks tired, and I don't know where the rest is coming.
I'm going to match your Harden going off because I think Cade and Donovan are going to do what they do. And I'm going to see you with Tobias Harris. I think he comes back to what he had been for them when he had that 7-game stretch of 20+. I think Tobias Harris at home is going to make big shots. I think he's going to be that key cog tonight for them. And you already know on the other end of it is, for me, Jalen Duren, bruh, this just ain't your playoffs run. So I'm going to start you to keep your morale high. But I'm Paul Reed, blowing the whistle. Come on in, Paul Reed. You come in, get some of these minutes. Green, get some of these minutes because I can't have you out there, my 6'10", 11, 265 buff guy getting 2 rebounds in almost 30 minutes, Rob. 4 rebounds the game before that. I can't do that. So if I'm JB Bickerstaff, I'm going quickly. My timeout whistle is going to be quick. And my substitutions are going to be quick. If I see Jalen Duren just out there, just existing, not dominating down low, not blocking shots, not, fouling hard even. If I don't see any of that, you got to go. And by the way, speaking of fouling hard, I'm going to need him to foul somebody hard. If Donovan Mitchell tries to go for 40.5 against the Rob, y'all better foul somebody, dang it. That's just ridiculous. It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion. Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
Dolphins have agreed to a 4-year contract extension worth up to $68 million with running back Devon Achane, according to NFL insider Jordan Schultz. Seahawks will open the season at home with a Super Bowl rematch against the Patriots. NFL also announcing that the first ever Thanksgiving Eve game will take place on November 25th, that Wednesday, as the Rams host the Packers. And more international matchups announced. The Saints play the Steelers in Paris Week 7, Lions, Patriots against, that's in Munich Week 10. Major League Baseball, the Reds with a 6-5 lead over the Nationals. Phillies and Red Sox tied 1 apiece in the 6th. Tampa Bay and Toronto scoreless, and the Tigers have a 2-1 lead over the Mets in the 3rd inning. Earlier, we saw Max Fried leave the Yankees' 7-0 loss at Baltimore after 3 innings. He said left elbow posterior soreness, and Mets catcher Francisco Alvarez will need surgery after being diagnosed with a torn meniscus in his right knee. I'm Martin Weiss.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Our number two. It is the Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. And, all right, maybe I can get this thing here. All right. No, we're good. We're good, Alex. Our number two.
Hey, don't be looking at that crazy, by the way, because we can see all the glare on your glasses. Just letting you know.
Hey, yo!
So just don't be looking at that crazy.
Hold up.
Just trying to look out for my dog.
There's never anything crazy on my phone that I can't look at.
You know I sit next to you, right? Every day.
About the YouTube channel. That's right. Make sure you subscribe. I know Rob G was making fun of people who are subscribed, but I mean that's kind of foul. We appreciate everybody. We just think that there's room for everybody to join us on YouTube. So go to search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube and check us out. Again, just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. So, Kelvin, did you see the video I just sent?
No, I'm in my text right now. Let's see what we got here. What you done did now,
Rob G, did you see it? Alex, did you see it?
See you, my cheese and hard with Brian McKinney. What you done did? Brian Kenny, I mean.
Brian Kenny.
All right.
They showed me in my hotel room ironing my shirt. Like, the camera's on prior to me coming on. So
I'm laughing because you did.
So they recorded it.
Yeah.
And then they showed it when I first came on with Brian Kenny.
So let me give it to the basically Rob is in like some sweats and a tee, iron up his button up, and they put
because I don't
on.
have a jacket, you know what I mean? So I'm going to put on just a button up so I could be on the show today. MLB Now, go ahead.
And the best part is you in full Zoom life with the button up and the sweats because they're not going to see. Thank God you weren't in your tighty whities, Rob.
No. I know. And the other thing too is you're right. Normally, I wouldn't wear a gray number 42 T-shirt underneath. Do you know what I mean? Like a dress shirt.
Right.
I would never wear that.
No, of course
not. But I had a Jackie Robinson shirt on, and at the end of the clip, if you see it, I actually open my buttons up. Did you see the end, Rob G or Alex? And actually show them that I'm wearing the Jackie Robinson T-shirt.
Yes, we see the T-shirt is kind of sweet though. Yeah, look at you. That's
like Spider-Man.
That's a little too much. You got your.
That's what he said. He was like, "Can you not get in trouble here, Alex?" They needed that button because they thought I was going to do a striptease act right there.
Yeah, they cutting it too close, man. And you walking around in your joggers, that could have been all types of bad right there. And this is how you want to know how I know you back in Detroit. You're ironing. Nobody irons in LA.
I had to iron a shirt because it was brand new and it was kind of a little wrinkled.
Listen,
I was just
you don't have to explain it. Martin knows what I'm talking about. In Detroit, you have to iron. You will get roasted. You better iron. When I moved to LA, I'm freaking out. We're gonna be late. Come on, we gotta iron. Me and my wife, and then nobody. Rob G, when's the last time you ironed?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Rob G's clothes are ironed. He doesn't come in wrinkled.
Yeah, you do look like a crispy. All right, don't be the anomaly, Rob G. Don't ruin my joke with semantics. You want to be all accurate.
I'm just saying his clothes are ironed.
Now, Rob G is a pretty neat. But, Alex, you know what I'm talking about. People in California, Martin, you feel me too. They don't iron. That was one of the first things I noticed here.
I think the last time I ironed something was for prom in high school.
Okay.
Wow.
And we know that was like almost 20 years ago.
That was like 4.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. Oops. Yeah.
No. Her prom. That was 4.
Yeah, it was her. You beat me to it.
That was messed up.
Yeah.
How dare you?
No, that's one of the first things I noticed. I'm like, man.
How dare you, Rob?
I'm sorry about that, Alex. Sorry about that.
The best part about it, you ain't far off.
You're not far off.
I know.
I had a few years.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
all right, where we at?
And when I opened that shirt, opened up in the 42, and my friend from high school, Ben, is the one who gave that to me for Christmas. He listens to our show all the time.
Ben, man.
He was like, "Is that the shirt I gave you?" I was like,
"He didn't give that to you back in like high school, did he?"
No, that's Ben Bon Jovi, not Ben Maller. Ben Bon Jovi. All right, Rob G, LeBron James. Kelvin thinks he's sticking around, but he didn't sound like he wants to stick around. He sounds kind of salty to me.
Oh, it's the time of the year. Anytime a team gets eliminated, you get that post-mortem about what's going on with the franchise. The Athletic.
Not Jalen Brown.
Well, maybe not Jaylen Brown, but The Athletic did a good one yesterday about, hey, what's next? It's all about building around Luka. What does Luka want? What does he need? How does AR fit in this? How does Giannis not fit into this? So on and so forth. Well, the other question besides what does Luka want is what does LeBron want to do? Is he going to retire? Is he going to re-up? Is he going to go to a new team? We'll find out. But anytime that kind of question arises, especially if it's the Lakers, but more importantly, if it's a LeBron James-led team, you're going to find out very quickly through one of LeBron's preferred members of the media exactly how he feels.
What'd you say?
Exactly how he feels about the situation he's in. And today, ESPN insider Dave McMenamin, who has been covering LeBron teams now going back to Cleveland. He just followed him.
No, he covers LeBron.
He covers
LeBron.
Sure. So
Rob G, he covers LeBron.
He laid out in an article today a myriad of issues that LeBron has with Lakers brass, including the idea that they take him for granted. He pointed to a specific instance on March 31st. Lakers beat the Cavs. They felt good about themselves. It was LeBron's career 1,229th win, moved him past Kareem for the most wins by any player in NBA history, combined regular season and postseason. And yet, after the game, and this is all on video, you can see on the Lakers website, they were promoting this actual game. And Rob Pelinka walks in with the game ball, and instead of giving it to LeBron, he gives it to J.J. Redick to celebrate. J.J. Redick getting his 100th career win as a head coach. And according to McMenamin, LeBron James marched off into the night, simmering from the perceived indignation by the organization that he feels is another example of them taking him for granted.
LeBron James needs to stop. Seriously. That's pretty petty right there. I don't know why you're celebrating the 100 wins for J.J. Redick. I agree with that. I don't think that there's really like okay. That just doesn't, to me, that just doesn't mean anything to me.
Well, they give out game balls for everything. That's not like a retired jersey.
No.
You know what I mean?
But if you're going to give that one out on that night, it can't be to him. I'm sorry, it can't be on that night. My point is, for him to say he's been taken for granted is ridiculous. All they've done is pacify this guy since he showed up. They got rid of all the young guys, traded them all away. LeBron couldn't wait for them to develop, right? I'm not waiting around. They moved on. They got him Anthony Davis. What do you got to do? Give up anybody and their uncle. We need Anthony Davis here. They got Anthony Davis for him. He wanted Westbrook. They got Westbrook for him. He wanted Vogel gone. Vogel was gone. Who won a championship, okay? If people want to discount LeBron's Mickey Mouse championship, Vogel was the coach there. They got rid of him. He wanted his son on the team. They drafted him. He wanted J.J. Redick with no coaching experience, his podcast partner. How in the world could he sit there and put his lips together and honestly say to Dave McMenamin, oh, they take me for granted? Because all they've done is acquiesce to him and pacify him and do everything that they can for him during his time in L.A. I think it's a totally false statement. And they have a million examples of them doing right by him, none bigger than lowering the standards of the Los Angeles Lakers, one of the biggest and celebrated franchises in American sports history, to take his son to pacify him. Seriously. They even stooped to that level. And the idea that he's ungrateful because, I don't know, maybe they didn't announce that night that he passed Kareem, and I think that had to be what happened, Kelvin, that wasn't announced that day. I don't even, I never heard of that as a stat, how many games you won as a player. Do you know what I mean? Because it just sounds kind of weird, like whatever the number is, nobody knew that there was a countdown. So other than that, I don't know how you could say that the Lakers have taken him for granted.
No, and I think they've been a very group relationship for each other, meaning he's been there for them, everything they needed coming off of the last 4 years or so with Kobe, when they continued to have to, they weren't great. They were losing a lot of games. They weren't making the postseason. Kobe was hurt. It was rough. The Laker brand went down for a little bit. Let's just call it what it is. And he comes in, he automatically brings back, people are watching, the hype of it that comes with him. They win a championship. He's been great for them as far as just always keeping them relevant. They're in the postseason, and they've been great to him, as you mentioned. Hey, some things you left out. The fact that there was a moment where everybody was a Rich Paul guy on the Lakers. It felt like they brought, not only did they bring in your guy.
That was the other part. You're right.
And it was, all right, we got you, we got KCP, we got Anthony Davis, we got Kyle Kuzma, we got THT, we got like 8 or 9 guys on the team were Clutch Sports guys, and Clutch Sports had its hand on the team. You talk about, obviously, the obvious with bringing in Bronny. You talk about, again, honoring him, and he's great for them in that now the person who passes a Laker, all-time scorer in Kareem, is another Laker in LeBron. He wasn't a Cav. He wasn't a Rocket. He wasn't a Knick. He wasn't a Miami Heat. That will forever be. Well, when they show the all-time leading scorer in NBA history, it will be LeBron in a Laker jersey with his arm around Kareem, a former Laker great. So my point is they've been great for each other. And I think there is a point when you can get to LePetty because you like to accumulate. You know what it's like? It's like you hoarding stuff. You know how you keep stuff. I found something from 1972. You still got every clipping. And by the way, I'm jealous of that because I have nothing from my basketball days and all this stuff. But LeBron is accumulating. He has all these things, right? I got the badge for this. I got the award for that. I got the statue for that. I got this. That I think he falls in love with that. And so when you're not going to honor me for this, you didn't honor me for that, I think he takes offense because he's at a place where he is a historian and he keeps track of everything. And to your point, there's a lot of things I don't even know as a stat. I'm like, oh, wait, when did they start keeping that? LeBron has the all-time leader in wearing white jerseys on Tuesday nights. Like, okay, I didn't even know that was a stat. So I think he feels slighted because he himself is keeping track of everything, accumulating everything.
I get that. But to say that they've taken him for granted is just
I'm agreeing. And that's my point. He's given them the best he's got. They've given him everything. They acquiesce, as you mentioned, to everything. And I think they both have gotten the most out of each other. If you were to wring it out, there's nothing left to be wrung. Like they got everything. He's given them it all. He just led them to the second round by himself. Your star Luka's out. Your second star Reeves is out. They've been great. They've given him everything he needed. Platform. I'm sure they've done a lot of things we don't even know about, Rob, behind the scenes, taking care of the family, looking out, So this is one time where I'm with you in that. What more could they have done? And maybe there's some misses here or there that we don't. I thought y'all were going to do this, and the miss here. That's a part of anything, right? When you're think about your own family.
Look at all the big hits, though.
That's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing. When you think of a family, there's misses. You know what I mean? I miss a lot with my wife. Dang, I should have did that. Should have probably did that a little earlier. She asked me to do that. I took an extra couple of weeks to do that. I should have. But to your point of the big, I hit this. I'm on that. I take care of that. There are going to be some misses in families. I'm sure he's missed. They would have asked for something else. I'm sure they've missed something. But overall, I think the Lakers and LeBron marriage has been great to each other. I'm not saying the results as if they got 5 rings, but I'm saying each has been equally fair to each other, in my opinion. So I'm with you. Like, we can't be LePetty about a stat that literally, I bet you Kareem didn't even know existed. Or who was it? Robert Parrish?
But my point to that is, it must not have been announced at the game. Like nobody, there's no way, seriously, that they stopped the game, announced it, and then didn't give LeBron the ball. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, it had to be after the fact.
Yeah, it was. So J.J. Redick said it in the, they knew how the coaches give it up. Everybody stand on. Here's what we're going to do. We did this. Game ball goes to. He announced it then. LeBron, you set the record for the most games played, and he announced it then, but still said, and J.J. Redick, you're getting your game ball because you won your 100th game. So it wasn't a Laker inside of crypto. It was within the locker room.
Well, then J.J. should have gave the ball to LeBron.
This is one time I got to stick up for JJ in the sense of what's wrong with that? What I'm saying is LeBron's going to get a record for everything at this point. So I'm saying
but 100 wins is just not that impressive to me. What is that?
Here's why
I'm just saying.
Here's where I disagree with what you're saying.
It's
a game ball that they give out. Hey, this guy tonight. It's his first time scoring. He'd say you're a rookie. His first time in double digits. He's been playing hard. Give it up for him, and they give him a game ball. It's not game balls are just whatever coach feels tonight or GM or like whoever's in the locker room. Hey, this guy earned it because of this. So these aren't like retirement jerseys or statues. A game ball is just hey, coach, you've been coaching hard. It's your first 100 wins.
But if you're going to bring it up for LeBron that night, I'm with LeBron that night. he should have gotten the ball if they're going to bring it up. If it wasn't announced in the arena, is what I'm trying to say to you. That would be different.
Well, so
why
let me give you some context. I'm assuming you didn't watch the video of what happened.
No, I didn't see the video.
So after the game, J.J. Redick, they're talking about the win. It was a big win for them. They're at that point, the biggest win of the season.
Yeah, beat the Cavs
He
by
says,
30.
hey, first off, congratulations, LeBron James. Most wins in NBA history, blah, blah, blah. Clap it up. Luka Doncic did 30-plus games, or 30 points for this many games. Clap it up. Rui Hachimura did this, blah, blah, blah. Clap it up. And then after he finishes, Rob Pelinka walks into the locker room. Says, great night for everybody, a lot of accomplishments, but I have the game ball here, and I want to give it to J.J. Redick, 100th career win, and clap it up for him. And they had a little video of his son saying, two of his sons, congratulations, Dad, we're so happy for you, go Lakers. So it wasn't like a willy-nilly thing. Like the Lakers knew they wanted to celebrate J.J. Redick in this particular instance.
And
but the only problem is, then I would have left out all the other stuff about the.
But he didn't know that. J.J. Redick did it separately from.
But I don't even care if he did. Like, why don't, dude? LeBron James, newsflash, doesn't look like he's going to retire. Whether it's Laker, Cavs, doesn't matter. Do you know the amount of records he's about to continue? I mean, that's my opinion. Do you know the amount of?
I thought you had a source or something. That's
No. I'm just saying I don't see him ending with how well he played this year. Do you know the amount of records of random things he's about to make now? Like the most minutes on the back-to-back.
It doesn't matter. But the point is that LeBron looked at that situation and was bothered by it. That's what I don't think you're looking at it, because somebody to do, like, no one's going to pass him after he passed Kareem. So that is significant, more than a coach winning his 100th game. It's just not in the same ballpark.
But what what I'm saying is, this is your dog. This is the guy who said,
here's 2 game balls tonight. Here's 2 game balls.
I get that.
We can't overlook the LeBron and his historical presence in this league and the Lakers, and then JJ on a personal level for you. This is 100, but you're going to win many more games. That's all I'm saying to you.
I think that's being LePetty, in the sense that, dude, we are wearing your own badge in the league. Like, you have everything, and if one time maybe they missed from a PR standpoint, forgive me. And that's why I brought up, dude, I'm going to miss in a relationship with my wife every night. I didn't do this. I should have put that there. I thought we said 3, but it was 4. Forgive me. Like, that's not to storm out and make that to me. That's not that. If it happened at night during the game and they didn't acknowledge some big thing, it was the scoring record, and they just ignored it or made it like it was poo-pooed it, dude, I just feel like, all right, LeBron, like, bad on that. We thought tonight we were just going to honor JJ, but sorry we didn't get you the game ball.
877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Do you agree with LeBron, who thinks the Lakers have taken him for granted? And do you think the Lakers did LeBron James wrong by giving the game ball to J.J. Redick instead of him? It is The Odd Couple, where we deliver insight, not noise. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. And you know what you need to do. Stick and stay.
Especially if you got overpassed by a game ball in the US of A.
I want the Wilson. If you're skilled in manufacturing, your next job couldn't be hard to find, and it shouldn't slow your career down. Express Employment Professionals connect skilled workers with contract and full-time manufacturing jobs at companies that need talent right now. So go to expresspros.com to find a location near you. Your local Express office understands manufacturing and works with companies at every level of production. So that means real opportunities for machinists. You got welders, you got assemblers, quality control inspectors, maintenance technicians, and production managers, and more. So when you turn to Express Employment Professionals for your job search, you're working with a staffing leader in manufacturing backed by global resources with local teams who know the industry and the employers in your community. Whether you're looking to build your skills, take the next step in your career, or find a new opportunity in manufacturing, Express is ready to help connect you where you're needed most. The online job search can be frustrating, a black hole of applications, so call your local Express office to put people back in the hiring process. Visit expresspros.com. Again, that's expresspros.com. Hit them up today.
Yeah, LeBron did a 8-city year-long interview with Dave McMenamin of ESPN.
Oh, what a shocker.
Yeah, talking about
I know, right?
I literally sent myself like a page of notes from this interview of stuff that we could get to today. But the highlight is Dave asking him about the comparisons between him and Michael, and I'll read these to you here. Dave asks, in your most honest, laid-bare basketball opinion, what did Michael do better than you, and what do you do better than him? To which LeBron says, oh my God, don't get me started on that. Not asking who's greater, just the aspects of your games. LeBron says, there are a lot of things that MJ did better than I do, and I think there are some things that I do better than him. That's just how the game goes. There's a lot of things that I can say in particular. You already know how this conversation is going to be misinterpreted by people, man. He goes on and goes, I think I'm 101. I think the way I play the game, I'm a 101 player, and MJ as well, an unbelievable basketball player. Dave asks him, has it been a burden as an adult? The ambition, because now everybody brings it up. You can't escape the comparison. To which LeBron says, no, I think it's a very tiring conversation. It's barbershop talk.
All right. Kelvin, is this on?
It's on.
What's today's date? What's today?
April 27th?
April 29th.
Well, I'm behind the days.
It's April 29th, and LeBron James has officially conceded in the GOAT conversation.
Okay.
He can no longer, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. If you can't cut the mustard, don't eat the Frank. That's where we are with LeBron James.
Okay.
Because now he's trying to poo-poo the whole idea of a GOAT conversation. Oh, that's barbershop. You can't really win, and we're both great, and whenever there's a conversation, people basically dump on me. It was in the barbershop that you do that ill-fated television show, The Shop, where you sat there and you told everybody in NBA America that after you came back from a 3-1 deficit against the Warriors that you knew you were the GOAT then. Now you're saying there's no real way or path or conversation to being the GOAT. You say that because you know deep down in your heart, no matter how long you play, no matter how many stats you compile, no matter how many of your kids play in the league, people will never look at you as being the greatest of all time. And not just writers and broadcasters. Your own peers and players who you've played with, players from the past who have watched, who all say, if I'm picking a guy who's the greatest, it's going to be Michael Jordan. Yes. You even have your fans in the barbershop who are touting your stats, telling you how great you were and that you were the GOAT, wearing Jordans while they're doing it. They're not wearing your hard sneakers that nobody can play ball in or walk around in. Finally, you came clean, LeBron James, and I'm thankful. You realize that despite you self-proclaiming yourself the GOAT, that it's not going to work out for you. Having your son in the league, playing with him, going to all these NBA finals, but being the finals failure of all time, losing more finals than any other regular season MVP in the history of the NBA, and all these numbers that you compiled up, they don't make you the GOAT. Longevity and compiling stats don't make you the GOAT. And he finally, Kelvin, he's come clean and realizes that he's not the GOAT, he can't become the GOAT, and he never was the GOAT.
Where do you have him ranked?
Second.
All right. That's all I wanted to hear.
I'm not some crazy.
No. The only reason why I say that is because I think that's the context to where I feel a little differently than you. I think LeBron realized quite a bit ago he wasn't the GOAT, and I think
when was he in the barbershop?
Yep. And I'm gonna tell you why. I don't believe quite a bit of what he says because I think LeBron is fighting against LeBron. I think LeBron knows he wasn't going to be able to go. He might internally feel it, meaning like, hey, I just feel like they're the best. Like Kobe might have felt like he was the best. Like Jordan might feel like they're the best internally. But I think LeBron knew for the collective, he was not going to be that after he lost to the Mavericks because he had that thing where everyone could say, you let J.J. Barrera stop you. You let the Maverick team stop you. You didn't. You got the whole super team and you failed. And, of course, Jordan was 6-0. So I think he knew for a fact, which is why I've always believed he tried to blaze his own trail. Start to do things differently. All right, now I got the scoring title. I play with my son. I switch conferences. I got a title at the Cavs. I got a title with the Heat. Couple. And I got a title with the Lakers. I've gone from conference to conference. I've gone from team to team. And so I think LeBron, to me, where he started to try to build a new case was in the other things. Which is terrible. He's been a good shot creator for them. So we'll keep you updated. AD on the way. Antonio Daniels, looking forward to that. For over 40 years, Tyrec's been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free. Backed by Free Road Hazard Protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. All right, LeBron report, according to Dave McMenamin, there are times where he thinks the Lakers are taking him for granted. We actually both don't agree. I think it's been a great marriage for the both of them. I think equal party has gotten the best out of it. In my opinion, I think you said he's crazy for thinking and taking it for granted. 877-99 on Fox. Let's take a few calls. Who we got?
All right, let's kick it off with Thomas in Victorville. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Victorville, California, where my family lives up there. How you doing, Thomas?
And we're doing great. We are proud of your family, sir.
Thank you. The Parkers, they live up there. Absolutely.
On my way to Vegas.
That's right. Okay, so I'm going to be a little bit historic here. There was a time where we lost a president to scandal, Richard Nixon, and his replacement, Gerald Ford, went on TV and told the nation, our long national nightmare is over. And that's the way I feel about this LeBron era.
Wow.
We have acquiesced. We have emptied the cupboards. We have no more draft choices. And we've given him everything he wants. And all LeBron cares about is the name on the back and not the name on the front. And if we continue with this acquiescence, I think we're only going to get more of the same. It's a shame because as a lifelong Laker fan, I need to see the turnaround. And honest to God, this era that we've had, again, it's been great for TV. It's been, perhaps great for the Buss family. But now we got Mark Walters, and we got to turn it around.
Are you happy about the Luka era?
The same way. I got problems with that too because in the LeBron era, everybody's watching LeBron for 22 seconds to see if he's going to shoot or pass, and I think we're going to do the same thing with Luka.
Yeah,
I'm looking at Detroit. I'm looking at OKC, and those teams, not only are they deep, but, man, it looks like they love playing together. I could be wrong. You guys are experts. Am I wrong
hear
on
you.
that?
Hey, Thomas, thanks for the call.
Thomas,
appreciate it.
I like it. Thomas, passionate fan. I like Thomas.
Let's squeeze in one more. Adam in D.C., you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Adam? How are you?
Station. My guy's my favorite radio station. Hey,
what's up?
That last caller was on point, man. Even always from out here in D.C., man. Like, I appreciate LeBron, but, man, from the time that he kept Kyle Kuzma and traded away Brandon Ingram, if you couldn't tell that Brandon Ingram was the next KD, if he was in L.A., he would be killing right now. Like, he broke our whole team up. And like the caller just said, I'd much rather have, like, a young squad of people like Brandon Ingram, even the ball boy. Like, because, like, we had Kuzma. We had a young team, man. I'm ready for LeBron to go. Talk to y'all next week, man.
All right, no doubt. We appreciate it, man.
that.
We're up against it. Lego is kind of funny. Antonio Daniels on the other way right now. Checking in with Martin Weiss to get you updated. Hey, Martin.
That's right, Kelvin. You mentioned it earlier today. Duncan Robinson out for Game 5. He's got back soreness. As Cade Cunningham just hit a 3-point shot. It is now 19-19 with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Let's see, Cleveland being led in scoring by Jarrett Allen's 5 points. James Harden's 4 points on 2 for 4 from the floor so far. Cade Cunningham's got 6 in the early going. Dennis Jenkins in the starting lineup because Duncan Robinson wasn't. He's got 7 points, but Tobias Harris, who had been on a hot streak prior to last game, he had 7 straight 20-point games. Well, right now he's 2 points, 1 for 7 from the floor. Again, obviously in the early going. And that streak broke last game.
Broke,
so
but
it did not.
He'll be all right. It's early.
20, but it is in fact early. Major League Baseball, the Reds and the Nationals are back and forth to fair. It's now 6-6 in the 5th inning. The Red Sox taking a 2-run lead over Philadelphia, 3-1 in the 7th. Tampa Bay and Toronto still scoreless in the 6th inning. The Tigers got 2 runs early on the Mets. Mets got 1 back. It's now 2-1 in the 5th. Cubs and Atlanta tied 1 apiece in the 5th inning, and Colorado doubling up Pittsburgh 6-3. San Diego and Milwaukee scoreless in the 3rd inning. Earlier today, we saw Max Fried leave his start for the Yankees. They got beat 7-0 at Baltimore. He only made 3 innings. Left elbow posterior soreness for Fried. He'll have an MRI tomorrow. Angel Martinez homered in Cleveland's 4-2 win over the Angels, and that's catcher Francisco Alvarez will need surgery after being diagnosed with a torn meniscus in his right knee. NFL schedule will start to trickle out. The whole thing will be released tomorrow. NFL announced that the first ever Thanksgiving Eve game will take place Wednesday, November 25th, when the Rams host the Packers. More international matchups announced, including the Saints against the Steelers in Paris Week 7. That'll be the first regular season game in France. And the Lions play the Patriots Week 10. That's in Germany. That'll be the first triple header on a network in the NFL. It'll be on Fox. And finally, the Miami Dolphins have agreed to a 4-year contract extension worth $68 million with running back Devon Achane. That's according to NFL insider Jordan Schultz. Fellas, back to you.
Thank you, Martin. Appreciate it. It's the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Worship Wednesday. Looking forward to talking to our guy right now. Joining us, Antonio Daniels, of course, NBA champ, Pelicans TV analyst, Sirius XM NBA radio, Fox Sports Radio NBA analyst, and it looked like he was having the time of his life hanging out with the Admiral. That's right, the Admiral. Yesterday at the game. AD, what's up, man?
What's up, fellas? What's going on, man?
No, nothing much, man. Feeling good on this Worship Wednesday. There's so much we want to get to you. I want to get your thoughts on kind of going back to what Rob and I talked about yesterday. Where are you with the Lakers and LeBron? If you're Rob Pelinka, are you saying it's time to move on? Are you going to offer him hey, take a haircut, we'd love to have you back? You think it's just where are you? Did you say Austin Reeves is going to be our second guy?
I don't know. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have no idea, because you have to look at, if I'm the Lakers, what I'm looking at somewhat is the blueprint that the Dallas Mavericks had, right? Because the whole point is trying to get back to the NBA Finals, right? That's the whole purpose in LA. How do I do that? Now you have to build a certain style and a certain team around Luka. Remember, he wasn't going very far until Kyrie Irving came.
Yep.
So you need a secondary ball handler that Luka trusts almost more than he trusts himself. Luka trusted Kyrie because of his resume and because of his skill set more than he trusted himself. But also, it's the ancillary pieces, right? It's the lob threat. It's the Daniel Gaffers, the Derek Lively's, right? It's the spot-up shooters, the P.J. Washingtons, these kind of guys that you have to try and construct around Luka. I love LeBron. I love what he's done throughout the course of his career. I love what he's doing at 41 years of age. But listen, how does his skill set complement not just Luka, but what the Lakers need right now to get back into the championship fast lane? That has to be the conversation.
Austin Reeves, I would have a hard time signing him to the contract that they're talking about. Where are you on him? Is he a have to get by the Lakers at all costs?
Well, the question I would ask, Rob, and this is how, I'm not telling you something you don't know. This is how this league works. It's all about leverage. Right. So if you don't get Austin Reeves and you allow Austin Reeves to leave, who are you putting in his place?
No, I mean, well, that's a question they have to answer.
I get it, but I totally get it. But also, we've seen teams overpay and pay for people who really aren't there yet. It happens, and it's a bad. And I get it. I get like you're afraid to let somebody go, even though deep down you know it's probably not that guy who should be making $200 million or whatever it is.
For sure, but I think you'll find a lot of really, really bad contracts because teams didn't have a choice. They didn't have a choice. So if I'm Rob Pelinka, do I allow Austin Reeves to leave and LeBron James to leave? If I allow those two to walk out, I better have a surefire plan in place. Because if you allow those two to leave, and now you just have Luka by himself at this stage of his career.
Well, you got to. I mean, he can't be by himself. But you have to go against other players.
By himself, as far as stardom, gravity, a secondary ball handler, a secondary playmaker is concerned.
I get that, but also the flip. Yeah, but the flip side is you bring back the same band, and instead of being a hit band, they're Milli Vanilli, and they're going to be the same thing, and you're not going to get where you want to go because you were afraid to do something different. That could happen, too.
Well, I mean, you can bring back some of the same band. I don't think you want to bring back the whole same band. I don't think you want to bring back DeAndre.
No,
guys, right, it's a couple guys on that Lakers roster that you don't have a problem walking out that door. Obviously, you got to think long and hard about LeBron and what it's going to mean to your organization to lose someone with a shadow of that size. You got to think long and hard about Austin Reeves, right? Because as much as we can sit here now and talk about where he underperformed in the postseason and he struggled here and he struggled here, you have to realize this is against the Oklahoma City Thunder, who has one of the best defenses that we've seen in decades.
But but he also struggled last year.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, he had up until the game, second game, I think he hadn't scored 25 points. So he had his off his postseason struggles where you're like, he's the man, he's been playing great, and then you step in and you're like, all right, I needed a little bit more out of him. Well, let me go here again on with AD Antonio Daniels on a Worship Wednesday. I want to go to the game last night, which you obviously saw. Wemby, they calling it the revenge game, coming back. What do you make of him? 27-15, was able to, of course, have like 18 and 6 in the first quarter. I mean, if you're Finch, the coach for the Minnesota Timberwolves, how do you stop him? What do you do? Is there a way?
I don't know. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's really easy to sit on the side and say what another coach should do when you're not out there guarding a guy that's 7'5" with that skill set. It's easy to say, man, all they need to do is fill in the blank.
Right.
No, it's not that easy. And this is the problem. This is why everybody wanted Victor Wembanyama to be suspended for Game 5, because you know the impact that he has on the game. It's amazing to me how much narratives change from series to series. What were people saying about Rudy Gobert last series?
That he looked great against Joker.
Oh, my gosh, he was the most underrated center in the league. You know, his defensive impact. And then you go up against another center that brings a completely different skill set. Now think of what people are saying about Rudy Gobert. Here's the awful truth. There is no matchup for Victor Wembanyama. There isn't one. Plain and simple. Because when you have a guy that's that size that can roll to the rim, and all the guards have to do that are playing downhill, whether it's Castle or Fox, or Dylan Harper, is throw it up to the rim, or you stay home with those with the roller, and now these guys are getting to the front of the rim. This is what makes San Antonio such a difficult matchup. Again, this series isn't over. Obviously, this series is not over because Minnesota has Game 6 at home tomorrow. But I am so intrigued, and forgive me for looking ahead as far as what the Western Conference Finals would look like with Oklahoma City and San Antonio in it.
Oh, we all are. The NBA is hoping for this. It's going to be a lot of people. Let me tell you who's going to have a whole new legion of fans. The Spurs. People want
the whammy on the Spurs. You just did it.
That's what he did. Everybody wants the Spurs to beat the Thunder. Like if you look online, it's like Spurs, you're our only hope.
Well, I mean, it was. I don't put a whole lot into the regular season because there are always circumstances with games. You know, 3 games in 4 nights or back-to-back or these guys didn't play in this particular game or whatever it may be. But I tell you what, if there's a team that I think matches up with the San Antonio Spurs extremely well, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder because of the size the lift, the agility, and the athletic ability of Chet Holmgren. You actually have your own version of an alien in Oklahoma City, right? He's obviously not 7'5", but his lift and his athletic ability, I'm not saying he can stop Victor Wembanyama, but I feel like that's the best matchup for him.
The Pistons and the Cavaliers. I got the Cavaliers winning tonight. They trail by 2 at the end of the first quarter. Is Cade and anybody else for Detroit? That's what worries me. Where are you on the Pistons? And Tobias Harris has started out 1 for 7 from the field. Who wins this game tonight?
I have the Pistons winning today. But my issue with the Pistons is the same issue that we talked about possibly with Luka. What the Pistons lack are two things. They lack shooting and they lack a secondary ball handler and playmaker. And when you get to this point in the postseason, all you have to do, what teams are doing, is they're selling out on the star. They're selling out on the star, right? All right, let's take Cade Cunningham out the game. Right. And now you have to say, well, you know what, Tobias Harris beat it. Jalen Duren in this postseason has been a shell of himself as far as who he was in the regular season and who he's been now. Those are the two issues for me that I have for Detroit. They don't have a secondary ball handler that they can count on outside of Cade Cunningham, and they have one shooter that you honestly have to honor outside that three-point line, and that's Duncan Robinson.
Don't disrespect.
Who's not playing tonight?
Don't disrespect Beef Stew right now. He's got a couple threes already in the first quarter. AD.
and the thing is, but if I'm Cleveland, I'm okay with that. If I'm Cleveland, because the question that you ask yourself is it sustainable? You know, sometimes what coaches used to tell us is you want certain guys to hit their first three-point shot, because then that means they'll keep shooting.
Yep.
That means they'll keep shooting them. And a lot of times, guys are open for a reason, because teams want to give them that shot. We'll see.
We will see. We'll obviously, first quarter ended of that one. Pistons up 2, as Rob mentioned. AD, appreciate you as always, my man.
Always, fellas. I appreciate you guys.
All right.
Sir.
No doubt.
Take
there
care.
you have it. On the way, one's got to go. We'll do that next. It's the Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday. Stick with your boys, Fox Sports Radio.
There was a report about the Patriots, about your favorite couple that we keep getting stories about.
My goodness. It's like, what was that show, Dynasty or Dallas? Or
Dallas, all those stories.
My goodness.
Those were nighttime soap operas, right? And somebody always wound up going down the stairs.
Or getting
you know what I mean? Like that was the whole. Everybody would fall down the staircase. It was
That's
this
really
big
funny.
fit. But anyway, so the report, Rob G, told us what when it comes to their coach Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, you know this is a big story. When the NBA playoffs,
I'm working on it.
The NBA playoffs get pushed to the back burner because this is the story that keeps on.
I think it's you two. Y'all love this.
This
salacious,
is dripping out news
When
every
you
3
hear
days.
because when you hear stuff seriously, and I'm not, Kelvin, this isn't a one-time slipped. You know what I mean? Like you caught me at about some sort of moment. Me and my wife was going through. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know. It's some.
Okay.
I told Rob G some theories I have about this.
Okay, this is bigger than that. And now you got to say, how much stuff was he feeding her? How long was this going on? If you're the Tennessee Titans, was he the one leaking all the information to her? If you're the Patriots, how much does she know about our organization? They're doing pillow talk. She must know everything that's going on in the building.
At this point, all that time.
Am I right?
Not to mention, as we talked about it a million times, that's why I was shocked the Athletic was just like, oh, what you mean? No big deal.
Dude, you want to talk about a misstep by an executive. He's fortunate
Yeah.
Because that was, and we said it at the time, I was shocked.
Stood tall in it.
Yes.
That was not just a quick statement like, oh, we're going to investigate, we'll do our, she's been great with us, but we're going to find out and do our work. And
no, they were like, no.
They were like, no, she said, why y'all blowing it out of proportion? I was like, okay.
Well, with all that in mind, here's the update, guys.
What is it?
Yesterday, we touched on it briefly during the show. TMZ Sports reported that 6 years ago, Rossini and Vrabel had signed off for a boat rental privately. She was actually pregnant during the time with her first child. And in fact, earlier on Thursday, they had video evidence that shows the two of them walking on the dock towards the boat. She is super pregnant in that video. The reason why this is a story now, again, today, is for two reasons. Number one, quarterback Drake May was asked about it during a celebrity pro-am golf tournament. He was asked about Vrabel and the situation and how it spilled over into the locker room, so on and so forth. I'm sure we'll get to that. But number two, longtime NFL insider Jason Lockenforo, who's been covering the story, reported on Thursday that despite all the controversy, all the salaciousness, all the headlines surrounding their head coach, Robert Kraft is in full support of Mike Vrabel, has no intention of putting him on a sabbatical, suspension, much less firing him. Mike Vrabel going nowhere.
No shocker that Mike Vrabel's not going anywhere from the Patriots. It's not, because this is what this organization is steeped in. Cheating, deceitfulness, lowbrow, conniving. There's always something with this franchise. And is this on?
It's on.
The reason Robert Kraft is not in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, despite winning 6 championships as an owner, is exactly why is what we're experiencing now with Mike Vrabel. It really is. It speaks to the volume of where this franchise is and what they value, which is not honesty, and that's why he hasn't been rewarded. He won 6 championships as an owner. He's been trying to get into the Pro Football Hall of Fame for like over a decade, and they keep rejecting him. What would be the reason why? It can't be because of football, right? It's because of the dirty dealing, backstabbing, cheating, unfaithful stuff that's gone on. Of course he's going to back his coach, who didn't slip up one time, but had decided that he was going to have an ongoing affair, allegedly, with Diana Rossini.
Might be past that.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I know.
And it is the Patriot way. That's why, Robert Kraft, I hope you never get in. Because the idea that, because it wasn't an employee here, it's okay. I get it. If it was an employee, he'd probably be pressured by the league because the league and the team would be held responsible. And she would be able to sue them. But I'm not surprised. This is right up the alley. This is the Patriots' MO.
AD, Rob G will get that up there. Search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast.
Bud Mexican.
Shout out to Rob G. Please follow the pod, rated 5 stars, provide a review. We appreciate it. And again, just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. You'll find a best of version, a full version, all that good stuff. And Rob G will get that up for us in a little bit. All right, it's 37:30, I think. 10 minutes in the second quarter. Got a little chippy there, as the playoffs generally do. All right, let's get to it now. It's time for One's Gotta Go.
Hard decisions. So 5's a crowd. Is that what I'm gleaning here? 5's an uneven number. Figure it out.
Hear me out. Hear me out. All right, so Rob, I started to think of you, Rob Parker, on this one right here because you're doing some of these. You're trying to get your life right, get all in shape, and a lot of us go through these phases where we do these things. But what we're calling it is things people pretend to love. Like they're all, I love doing these things. That's a blast. Woo! Post it on social media, all that good stuff. but they really don't actually like it. All right, Martin, you're in on this. Rob G, Alex, Rob as well. Even you can jump in if you want to. Hit us up on social media and respond. All right, here is the list of things people pretend they love, but they really don't. Hiking. People act like they love to hike. Waking up early. Meal prepping. Networking. And Secret Santa, or those company work, things that you do, like little work Christmassy things, white elephants, whatever they're called, all those. So this is Secret Santa, white elephant, waking up early, hiking, meal prepping, or networking. Things people act like they love to do. Which one for you has got to go? Alex?
This is easy.
This is easy.
The corporate schlobbing of the you-know-what. The whole networking, trying to slub it up, shake hands, kiss babies. Nobody in their right mind wants to walk up to somebody else and publicly desensitize themselves, lower themselves, be, oh my God, I love you. I heard about your stuff. You're so good. I'm a big fan. I wish I could be a part of it. Let me connect with you. I don't know why I'm doing Rob's voice.
I know what I say. You taking shots at Rob right now?
No. I just love doing Rob's voice.
Well,
in general, I can't do it. I don't like to schlub up. I've been here 10 years, haven't been to a single Christmas party. I don't care for it. If my career path is stuck because of that, so be it. I will not suck up just in a position.
So I'm going to say Rob G. Do you want him to just say ditto? Because I know that's you.
No, my answer's different, but I'll let Rob Parker go.
Oh, Rob Parker, go. This is easy.
I think it's the meal prepping. I think people.
What?
You love meal prepping.
You cook all the time.
You make your salamis with your cheeses and your mayo. Stop it.
Yeah, but I think I'm okay with it. But I don't.
No, it's you. It's you. It's for you. The thing is, people act like they love. Which one's got to go for you that you're like, no, I don't like doing that.
All right, what was the other one with
meal
the
prep,
Christmas
hiking,
white
waking
elephant?
up early, networking, and then the white elephant or the Santa, Secret Santa part of things that you do for Christmas.
Okay, the Secret Santa. We don't have to do all that. I buy everybody's gifts in August, and then by Christmas it's good. Okay.
Yeah, you do. You find it early. You get a deal, $4.99 for this sweatshirt. We grabbing this. I ain't mad at you though. At least you got it done. All right, let's go. Martin, you got one?
I don't mind networking, but the corporate party, I'm good. I already got to work with you people. Unless it's inside work hours. All right. Don't make me come back here.
Yeah. Okay.
Martin, that's why you're not going to get where you need to go. Go ahead, keep being that man.
Because I didn't go to the Christmas party.
Hey,
that's why they get sued.
Rob, we got to school them on this whole networking and all that. I know you said you don't mind networking. Okay. Networking is amazing, Alex. First of all, I love that. I'm big on that.
No, it's not.
I don't have a problem with that.
You'll see me at NABJ. I'll be there.
Yeah,
but I won't be at the Christmas party.
That's why I say NBC to you every night. We're networking.
That's true.
NBC.
Well, I like you, Rob.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with meal prepping. I love food.
What?
Yeah, I love food, and I even enjoy cooking. Rob G, while we were on the phone preparing for the show, what was I doing?
Cooking,
getting the steaks ready. But it's just the time and effort of my life right now. The meal prepping is difficult. I don't have that in me, man. I don't have the Rob Parker where I can get my salamis rolled up ready. I got my salad ready. I got my 2.5 ribs from Ralph's ready.
Bake a lamb.
I got to get better at that. But y'all slipping on the networking.
You got 3 kids and a wife. You don't have time.
I know, man. I don't. But tell them, Rob, we're going to teach them about networking.
No,
Rob G, loosen up. Enjoy yourself. No, because that was your real answer. You just didn't want to say it. I've been with you at the Super Bowl parties. Rob, you got me?
Yeah.
He can hear me? Okay, I can't hear him. Oh, switch it.
It's the Odd Couple.
To
you
what?
You know what time it is. It's your boy.
I can do it.
Let's get it.
The
Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check. Which
What's
one?
up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game? That game was incredible. You are wrong.
Rob, you got
You'll
me?
be king of the water.
I hear you.
All right, I got you. All right. What's it like working with Rob?
Do we
Rob
have to hear the
his mind
station
is like
behind
Chris
us
Rock
or
mixed
no?
with Richard
I know.
Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs.
And it's the one here, Rob, in the thing, or is it
Rob
the email?
Is very passionate.
Email. Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward.
All right, can you hear me? We good?
Honest.
You say Brady's the
Kelvin.
greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli
Can you hear
Manning beat him
Kelvin?
twice.
And of course,
No, he
it
just
doesn't
went away.
hurt that
As soon
I'm
as you
right
left.
most
Can you
of
hear
the time.
I'll do it.
Can
you hear me?
Kelvin is
Yes,
a
I got
nice
you.
guy, wants to make everybody feel
Hello?
warm
All right, I'm
and
ready.
fuzzy.
All right.
You done?
Kelvin,
Wait,
when
why
M
does he
drop-
bring
switching,
energy,
Alex? It keeps
a
jumping
youthful
out.
energy? Rob's not gonna see this.
Like right now, I'm in it.
And
I'm
bringing
in
an
line
honest
out.
opinion.
Michael Jordan, I
All right.
can't take it anymore.
Start.
I
Can
need
you
a
hear me?
break.
I got
I'm
you.
gonna
Let's go.
play baseball.
Kelvin.
Yeah, I got
Kelvin.
you.
All right,
let's do it. Let's do
Talking
it.
Tuesday is the best.
Kelvin,
when
M Drive first came to me, I'll be honest, I'd never heard of it. Yeah, truth be told, neither had I. But then I started paying attention to what was going on with my body, Rob. Oh, okay.
Same. After 40, energy drops, weight won't move, the gym stops giving back what you put in.
And you know what you start to think, is it me?
King in the United States, and that's Burger King.
It's not. It's testosterone. The connection with the Odd Couple audience
This is testosterone?
Testosterone. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives.
It's testosterone.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
There you go.
There we go.
Thank you
again.
for rocking with your boys. They feel like
Testosterone.
it's just my
Testosterone.
guys, just my friends.
It's
They join right in on the show.
testosterone.
We talk
It declines
not
after
Obviously,
40,
you can listen to
and
us
it
live,
takes
but you can still check
everything
out
with
the
it.
podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out.
M
on social
Drive is
media.
built
So in
for
any way
exactly
you wanna
that,
get it,
Rob.
you
2
can get it.
capsules
Yes.
every morning
There's
with
some
clinically
yelling,
tested ingredients
is
that
some
support
hot
healthy
takes. It's a whole
testosterone,
lot of
energy,
fun.
and metabolism.
It is fun.
I agree.
Here's what got me.
Begrudgingly.
A scientist named
The
Gary
Odd Couple.
A. Rob Sports G. talk How do we that's say his too name? good and
I
too
think it's
far.
Cahill.
Cahill? Here's what got me. A scientist named Gary Cahill. Here's what got me. A scientist named Gary Cahill built this thing almost 20 years ago for himself after feeling the same change.
And we're both working on health right now, trying to get our bodies right, and M Drive is part of that.
Over 1 million men use it.
60-day money-back guarantee.
We're in the middle of this, and so far,
Gotta say, it is working.
mdriveformen.com, code COUPLE, 20% off your first order.
mdriveformen.com.
M-Drive.
For men who still show up.
There you go. I just left it out so you didn't have to cut it out. All right.
With 6 minutes and 36 seconds left in the first half, the Pistons have a 47-34 lead over the Cleveland Cavaliers, a 2-2 series tie. This is Game 5 here of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Detroit being led in scoring by Cade Cunningham, 16 points. Tobias Harris had a slow first quarter, but picked it up in the second. He's now 10 points on 5 for 11 from the floor. Duncan Robinson out for this game. He's got back soreness. Dennis Jenkins started in his place. He's got 7. No Cleveland starters in double figures yet. James Harden and Donovan Mitchell both have 6. In the NHL, at the end of the in the first intermission, the Minnesota Wild have a 3-0 lead over the Colorado Avalanche. Major League Baseball, top of the 8th inning, the Colorado Rockies lead the Pittsburgh Pirates 6-4. Washington and Cincinnati tied 6-6 in the bottom of the 7th. Top of the 9th, the Red Sox lead the Phillies 3-1. I'm Martin Weiss.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
This sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy. Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 3.
Number 3.
Worship Wednesday. Yes, indeed, number 3. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. It is the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. And at the University of Maryland Global Campus, you can choose from more than 65 graduate online degrees and certificates, including their MBA, now with 10 specializations, no application fee through June 1st. That sounds like me. If it's free. If it's free, it's for you. It's for me.
Wow.
Visit umgc.edu. And don't forget about our YouTube channel. Here's your chance. Make sure you sign up. Just do it. Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. All right, we got that. And Olden Polynice coming up in about 28 minutes. Of course, the former NBA vet and Fox Sports Radio NBA analyst. And also we'll do another last call.
That's right.
We're going to talk about Netflix pushing back on the NFL a little bit. I thought that was very, very interesting.
It is. And it's just, and I mean, we talked about it before, man. Streaming is, it's what it is now. All sports. Apple with baseball, and you got all the NBA. You can barely remember what channel. Wait, what is on Amazon Prime? Oh, it's on Peacock. Okay, wait, no, today it's on It is getting crazy how back in the day you just knew hard. This channel, that's it, easy to go. Now it's trying to keep up.
I agree. And it is hard to figure out what's what. I gotta admit though, I'm gonna say this. I think NBC's game plan is outstanding. They got it right.
Mm-hmm.
And what they decided was sports moves the needle. Live sporting events, Kelvin,
That's
right?
essentially it now.
So now you know the whole calendar year. Sunday night football, Sunday night basketball, Sunday night baseball. I'm like, what? All right, hey, there's a game on. It's a Sunday night.
Somebody playing.
Guess what? There's a game on NBC every Sunday night. I'm serious. Like, that takes the guesswork out of it. Am I right? You know a game is on every Sunday night. I love it.
Yeah, well, that makes it easier to a degree. But like I said, but these playoffs, I ain't gonna lie, it's hard to keep up. Amazon, Peacock, regular NBC. This was like ABC. Woo, child. It's hard, but dang it, we here.
All right. Well, Rob G., very interesting. The Knicks are on vacation, not the usual vacation. They swept the 76ers. Cancun. So they have a break. They're just waiting back for this Cavs-Pistons series. And Jalen Brunson, though, had some interesting words about himself.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson met with the media this week, actually earlier today, to talk about, what they've been doing in their off period, how they're staying ready, what's going on with OG Anunoby, so on and so forth. And one of the questions that was asked to him was about this recent hot streak. You could argue right now, I would disagree, but you could make the argument that the New York Knicks have been the most impressive team in these playoffs, even more so than the 8-0 Oklahoma City Thunder, because the New York Knicks have been blowing the doors off of folks over their last 7 games. They have outscored their opponents by almost 20 points per game in these playoffs, the largest differential by any team in the 16-team era, which is 1984. So they are historically on a historic run right now. And the reason that that's happened, the shift has taken place, and it started when they were down 2-1 at Atlanta, where it was less about Jalen Brunson dominating the basketball and more so about Karl Anthony Towns operating out of the high post, directing traffic from there. And since then, they've taken off. They've gone into the stratosphere. Number 1 offense, number 2 defense. So a reporter asked Jalen Brunson, as the club's star player, has it bothered him to take on a reduced role and not have the ball in his hands as much during this run? Jalen Brunson said quite bluntly, 1, I'm not a star, and 2, I want to win.
And you know what, Kelvin?
What's that?
I think he's right. He's not a star. And that doesn't mean that he's not a very good player, and we've seen him. We've seen the good of Jalen Brunson. We've seen the bad. We've seen both. And when I say he's not a star, I'm just not so sure. I think this run here with the Knicks is convincing people that he's a piece of the puzzle, but he's not the last piece you got to put in, you know what I mean, to complete the job. And I think that's where the Knicks kind of went awry in years gone by because, and I get it, like Cat doesn't give you that consistent. I wouldn't call him a star either. But I do think that they're both in the right spots and the right situations for their skill sets and what they do best. Do you know what I'm saying? Like this, neither one of them are like, oh yeah, this is Cat's going to go off every night, and you know you're going to get 35 from him and 12 rebounds. No, you don't. There's a lot of nights he disappears. And Brunson, you know, sometimes he gets into that hero ball, and it's a disaster. We've seen plenty of those as well. And then some nights he's fantastic. Can't stop him. So when he says I'm not a star, there are a handful, and that more is not the biggest like indictment, like he's no good. It's just that they're just not that many stars. I think we throw that around a lot, superstar, this and that. I don't think there are that many stars. There's a handful.
I don't disagree. I just think that last thing you said to me is the separator. It's that there's tiers. I think he is a star. He's not a superstar. And if you take out the old guard, LeBron James is a superstar, Steph Curry's a superstar, Kevin Durant's a superstar. If you take out the old guard, there's only a handful of other superstars, in my opinion, in the NBA. And Luka would be one. I think Joker would be one.
You would put Luka. Oh, is this superstar?
Yeah, I think Luka's a superstar.
Okay.
Yeah, but to your point, there's only a handful of superstars. I think there are stars, and I think Jalen Brunson absolutely is a star. I don't think you're a two-time All-NBA, three-time All-Star, Mr. Clutch. You are the best player on the Knicks and have been for a handful of years. In that market, what that team means to the NBA, I absolutely believe he is a star. But what I think he's doing,
but their years have always ended in disappointment. Like for the star that you say he is.
But I mean, he's gotten them to the Eastern Conference Finals. He's back to 3 seasons now of winning 50-plus games. They hadn't done that. They didn't win 45 games twice in 21 years, Rob.
But that's not. It's not based off of. You're too caught up in what happened in the past. I'm talking about the failures of what's happened when he's been there, like the failures of that.
But that doesn't make you. But I don't think that makes you a star. I think that can make you a superstar. But I think absolutely Jalen Brunson's a star.
I don't think there's that many stars. A handful.
I would say there's a.
And you got like, because I would look at Luka's a star. When you
don't think he's a superstar?
No. I just say a star and a non-star. Luka's a star.
Oh no, I think there's tiers. I absolutely
you can name what's called.
There's no one in the NBA. That's LeBron aside, because he's obviously been the face. Then you got Steph Curry. Like, there's no one close to those guys. Like, to me, that's when those are superstars, megastar, whatever you want. Those are out of the stratosphere guys in the NBA. You know, Kevin Durant. And then you got stars, and then you got, just maybe good role player, good players, whatnot. And I think part of what he's doing, to me, I look at it as a deeper thing of what he's doing, Rob. I think what he's doing is actually keeping that chip on his shoulder. I think he's actually doing that on purpose. Because when you look at Jalen Brunson, when he was at Villanova, he was one of the guys. He was one of the better players. But we know they had the whole guys. You had the Josh Harts and the Mikal Bridges and DiVincenzo, and you had guys there. He was one of several. So I think he was there. He goes to the NBA, Rob. He's drafted the 33rd pick. He's in the second round. So I think he's continued. He gets to the NBA. Where does he go? He plays with Dallas. He's playing with Luka, a superstar. So I think he's playing that little old me, chip on my shoulder. I'm not the biggest. I'm not the fastest. I'm not the quickest. I'm not the strongest. And I think he's playing that role to keep his edge, keep his mental edge. I absolutely believe he knows he's a star, but I think he wants to stay focused, stay locked in, and have that, that Napoleon syndrome, like nobody believed in me. They said I was too small. They said I was too this, I was too that, and to stay locked in. So that's how I read that personally. Like, I think he knows he's a star, but I think he wants to keep that edge, if you will, keep that chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, I just think
Jalen Brunson's absolutely a star. I think when you're a guy, people can't like, oh, shoot, it's going to be a good game. And I know I want to see Cade. I want to see Jalen Brunson. I want to see Ant Edwards. Those guys are stars.
Yeah. I think when I think of stars, I think of players who have been good for a long time and people who have won in some situations. That to me is a star. I look at Kobe was a star. Michael Jordan was a star.
So you're naming supernovas to me.
No.
Naming
they're stars to me. They're stars. Are you a star or not?
I think you can be a star player without, like, you can be in music. You can be a star, but not be the Beatles or be Beyonce.
No, you're Milli Vanilli. You can't tell me that.
Rob, I can't do your 0 or 100 every time. Milli Vanilli or Beyonce. I feel like there's a middle ground.
So you'll say that even like a guy, and I'll give you a perfect example.
Okay.
You have to have like more. You have to have something. Did you lead the league in scoring? Did you? Do you know what I mean? Like did you win an MVP? Did you do something other than scoring points for your team and getting buckets or bat or assists for your team? That's when, to me, you become a star. When you're looked at way more than just for New York. Yes, they haven't had anybody. So yes, for New York. But NBA America, you would look at other people who have won MVPs and Rookie of the Years and been to the All-Star starting all the time. Those are to me are the people who I look at as stars. That's just me. It's not just being good on your team. It's also being good and held in high standard.
I think you're underselling what Jalen Brunson has done in the NBA the last 3 years. Like I totally hear you, but I think
has his career only been 3 years or longer?
I don't know, year 5 or 6. Like, I mean, it's not like he's a 12-year veteran.
No, okay, but it's not just the 3 years. I'm just talking about in general. Like
he came in and
is Devin Booker a star or what is he?
I think Devin Booker's a star.
Okay.
I think there's like 10, 12 stars, and then there's like super, like I said, the Lukas, the LeBrons, the Stephs. Obviously, like the KDs, like those are superstars in my opinion. But I do think there can be stars. Like everybody ain't Shohei in baseball. Right? And everybody, but they can still be one of the very good players in the league and star. And everybody ain't Jaren Judge. I told those guys are the out of here stratosphere. And then there's other guys in between, like who can be stars as well. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I think there's a reserve, there's tier level to me, if you will. There's like a Velvet Rope VIP level where Steph, LeBron, KD, if I miss anybody else, kind of sit in this little room. There's only 5 of us, give or take, 5 or 6. Then there's another tier, 10 stars, give or take. And then there's just good players. That's how I view it. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
Throw it to the callers.
Either you're a star or you're not. Either you're a Hall of Famer or you're not. I don't believe in trying to say like there's different degrees, because by you doing that, you're basically saying that they can't be a star with the LeBrons in them, but you've made some sort of separate category.
Yeah, because those guys are out through the roof. Like great example, Karl Malone was a star. He wasn't Jordan when he was playing. You know what I'm saying? Like he was, like there. I just feel like there's levels to it, in my opinion.
Karl Malone?
I mean, he might have been a superstar. I was trying to think of somebody like who was really
not Karl
good.
Malone, please.
Clyde Drexler is a better example.
Karl Malone won an MVP, right?
That's why I know. I just was trying to think of an example. Okay. Maybe Clyde might be, but what I mean there's stars and there's not superstars. Reggie Miller was a star player in the NBA. He wasn't a superstar. That's a better example.
877, yeah, but he also got his team to the NBA Finals. He has signature moments.
He's my top 5 favorite players of all. Okay, my personal, I'm just saying, not bet.
You think him and Jalen Brunson are on the same par?
That's a good one. Brunson's on his way.
He's not there, and I'm saying, if you say that,
because I mean the reason only I hesitate is because we get to look at Reggie's whole career.
Star, right? But I'm just saying Brunson's not there for me.
I think Brunson's a star, man. I think you're understanding what he's been the last, like I said, 3-4 years.
I'm not. They beat the Celtics last year and got knocked out and lost 2 games at home and didn't make the finals. And 2 years ago they lost to the Pacers in Game 7 at Madison Square Garden. I'm just like, those are the facts. I'm not making it up.
But you're only equating it to like a championship. And I think there are plenty of guys
they didn't
who
get
have
to
been.
the finals. They had a chance to get.
Kevin
those are
Garnett was a massive figure in the NBA, and he finally made it to the Western Conference Finals once before he came to Boston. You get what I'm saying? Kevin Garnett was absolutely a star.
I think he was Rookie of the Year. He had all kinds of other things that Jalen Brunson doesn't have, and that's give me Jalen Brunson's national awards that he won. He doesn't have any.
I think he's been a 2-time All-NBA. He's been a 3-time All-Star, and he's been Mr. Clutch Award, and he's made massive shots. I just think he's a star. I'm not saying he's, like I said, he's not LeBron Steph level. That's out of the stratosphere level.
877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Is Jalen Brunson a star or not? And here's the other part where you lose your argument. I'm just one real quick. That the only way the Knicks are as good as where they are is that they finally stopped running the ball through Jalen Brunson. So he's your star, and they got better when they stopped running it through him.
But he's still averaging 28 a game.
No. But they got better when they took the ball away from him. Just think about that. We'll continue that conversation next with you. I know Kelvin is defeated. It is The Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio, and you know what you need to do. Stick and stay.
Because we might see Rob Parker iron another shirt in the US of A.
That's funny. Take the next step towards your future with an. Who's going to be the next face? We got, obviously, Wemby's going to be the face. We've had conversations. Obviously, Joker, you could argue, has been the best player for a few seasons as well. And so the conversation's been, who's that next star? Who's that next specifically American star? And I think this series was a great one, kind of a coming out party for everybody to see Cade Cunningham. He played well against the Knicks last year, but he had to get his sea legs under him, turning the ball over at times, looked a little discombobulated because it's the first go at it, going up especially against a rugged Knicks team last year, and a guy like Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, and so on and so forth. And this was a great series for him. Specifically, to me, I looked at it as the league as a whole, saying you got some nice guys that you can say, hey, these guys are the future, right? You got Tyrese Maxey, who we're getting ready to see coming up against the Knicks as well. We already know about Ant Edwards. You already know about some of the young guys. You got younger guys, Cooper Flagg, and we'll see some other guys if LaMelo Ball ever stays healthy and can play. I love what Cade was able to do and kind of put the league on notice that, hey, I'm here to stay. And you can kind of bank on me to be that guy, not only in the Eastern Conference, but a guy that the league can say, man, he is one of our stars. He's one of our futures. Rob G just touched on it. Some guys aren't able to do multitude of things. He can score. He can obviously set his guys up too much. Obviously, they depend on him too much. And I also love that he plays defense and he cares about defense and he cares about showing up in hard work and effort too, because you know that ultimately matters. He wants to play. He wants to be there. He wants to compete. And he's got a tough nature about him. And I just love everything he brought to this organization. He's been through, they won 17 games his first year. He was in and out of injury. They didn't win a bunch of games. And now they get to last year. They make the playoffs, look good last year, look great, number 1 seed this year, and then obviously struggled in the playoffs initially against the Magic and able to pull it out. But I just think it was great for the Pistons to find their guy. It's great for the league to have another young guy as you start to see the exit of your LeBrons, of your Kevin Durants, of your Steph in a few years, James Harden in another couple years, Westbrook, all those guys who the old brigade starting to phase out, and you want to have some of those stars, and specifically, again, American stars too. Cade Cunningham, to me, can be the face of this league when it comes to American basketball players. He's absolutely built for it. He has all the intangibles that you would need. To me, he's got the look. He's got the swag. He's got the game, mid-range, outside, dunk on you, play defense. I came away very impressed with this young man. The poise of him, 24 points down, game 6, didn't flutter, didn't get scared, manned up, took that team to win that game, ultimately winning big in game 7. So I just walked away, obviously already very familiar with his game, very familiar with who he was, but walked away impressed. And again, I thought the league as a whole, he and Paolo Banchero, we were on the air when that game happened, both get 45 points. The league wants that. You want your stars, these young stars, to start to show up, start to shine, have big playoff moments because we know the regular season is where you make your name. The postseason is where you make your fame, and Cade Cunningham just did that, and I was very, very impressed, and very. It was great to see from him personally, and also the team come back. But he was spectacular.
Totally think it's way premature. In fact, during this very series, he had 24 turnovers in 3 games, which set a record. So he didn't play great the entire series, and his team was down 3-1. To a very inconsistent team that all year was underperforming. So the idea that they came back and won is fine. I get it. They won. I'm not taking anything away from them. Wagner didn't play. They also needed them to go 0 for 27 from the field to even have a chance. They were down 22 points in the first half in a very important game, and they needed a fluke, an anomaly to even help them get to that situation. And it happened. The Magic deserved to lose. The Magic deserved to get their coach fired, all of that stuff. But I didn't leave with that. I still think Ant Edwards, who hasn't reached that place that people want him to reach, I know he's got another chance. He's been to the Western Conference Finals a couple times. I think he's ahead of Cade Cunningham. I don't believe that Cade Cunningham is the next American face of basketball. I think it's Ant Edwards when he can get in his situation. And we'll see what he does in this series or what the Pistons do. It's still a flawed team, and if they lose or he struggles or whatever, people will look at it and say, okay, it's another step, and he took another step this year. But to put him to the head of the class like he's going to be the face of the NBA from the American side, I just don't see him in that light, not yet. They were very fortunate, and you wouldn't be singing that tune, say they lost in Game 7. You would look at that. There's no way you would even come close to having the conversation you just had, and that's how close they came to losing this series. And that's my point, is that it wasn't a dominating where he came out, and you always talk about this. Oh, well, they really didn't play, they really didn't play that well. I know they won, but it wasn't like that impressive. You can't leave that series and feel that impressed by Detroit. I thought I saw more flaws than I thought. I was shocked.
Olden Polynice coming up in a few minutes. We'll chop it up with him. Also, it's time to get your financial portfolio game ready. With Webull, get powerful investing tools and real-time data all in one platform. Get started by downloading the Webull app today or visiting, of course, Webull.com. Webull Financial LLC, member SIPC, FINRA. Investing involves risk. For more information, visit Webull.com/disclosures. All right, Rob. Jalen Brunson says he's not a star. I disagree with him. I think he is. You say he's not. 877-99 on Fox. Let's take a few calls. What we got?
All right, let's go with, how about Marshall in Duluth? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Marshall?
What's up, guys? Hope you can hear me fine in the restaurant. I'm doing good. I want to say I think I completely understand what you're trying to say. When you say a star, you mean someone. Thank you so much. you clearly mean someone that will be remembered in history, right? Like Jalen Brunson, after this year or a couple of years, he won't be remembered by anybody except for the Knicks.
There you go. 100 unless they win a championship and he's the MVP of the. You know what I mean of that magnitude. Exactly. But I agree.
Yeah, I'm from Minnesota, so I love Ant. But unless he starts winning something, I'll remember him for a long time. I think he's awesome. But unless he wins, nobody outside of Minnesota is going to remember him after a year or two.
I just strongly disagree. You made it even worse by saying
I understand what you're saying too, but those people, they're just stars for their teams is the problem.
Yes.
And it's like when we say star, kind of he's saying about, and I totally get what you're saying, but when you say a star, like he said, Kobe or Karl Malone, these are names that we still remember.
And that's why, for me, they're superstars. There's a phrase we say, Michael Jackson wasn't a star, he was a superstar. There are levels to this. Beyonce's a superstar. Tom Hanks is a superstar.
But
they're
that doesn't mean that somebody who's
Timothy Chalamet is a star. Sha-na-na-na. And that's the difference. Timothy Chalamet is a star. Tom Hanks is a superstar. And there are levels to this.
They're very good for their teams, and I agree with you. When you say Shohei, you don't have to be a Dodger fan. You say Aaron Judge.
Superstars, that's my point.
No, they're stars. They're stars. Okay, Dion, thank you for the call, Marshall. We appreciate it. Dion in Texas, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dion?
Hey, what's up, fellas? Loving the show.
Thank you, buddy.
Conversations. Me and my son, we always kind of talk about this, and I think Brunson, he know better. He know he's a doggone star. Things like Reggie was a star. Reggie Miller was a star. Dominique Wilkins was a star. But MJ was a superstar. LeBron is a mega star. He's a superstar. Curry's a superstar.
I don't think that. I think that you're just handing out way too many. Everybody's not a star.
What, Dominique Wilkins wasn't a star?
And you're caught up. Well, Dominique Wilkins had something.
What did he do?
He was the human highlight reel. He had something that nobody else had.
He didn't go to the finals.
And you can't tell me, Dion, you can't tell me that if the Knicks don't get there this year and they never win anything, you're going to go back and go, yeah, but Jalen Brunson was a star in the NBA. Right. You will not do that. You will not
do that because I do it with Reggie Miller. I do it with Dominique. I do it with Clyde. Well, Clyde did win finally, but I'm looking at guys like Devin Booker, Jason Tate. Well,
Reggie Miller is the author of one of the greatest hit moments in the history of NBA playoff history.
Jalen Brunson is literally known for being clutch, Rob. Jalen Brunson is literally known for being clutch.
Not of that. Give me the Jalen Brunson shot. That
one he sent the Pistons home. I tell you that last year. I tell you that. He sent the Pistons home with a step back.
In the first round? Is that what you're talking about?
Wait,
in the
first of all, I just told you Reggie Miller is one of my top 5 favorite players, but you acting like Reggie Miller has gotten the finals with that. That was one of the greatest moments I've ever seen, but you keep going with, you keep moving the goalposts.
He got to the finals,
Exactly.
Though.
We saw the totality of his career. We saw the totality of his career.
877-99 on Fox. Dwight in Kentucky, Pennsylvania. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dwight?
What's happening, man? I got a quick. I'm gonna be real quick for y'all. Stars is got 3 different levels. You got your superstars, LeBron James, Steph Curry, Magic Johnson, those type of people. You got your stars like a Jalen Brunson, who is the star on the team in the most famous basketball city in the country, and then you got your personality stars. Like a person, like, say, this year it could be like Klay Thompson because he's a star because of his personality, because he's dating like Megan Thee Stallion.
Right.
Or a star because he dated a Kardashian.
I got you.
Please.
No, that actually makes sense. That makes sense what he's saying. Because I'll give you an example. Let me throw this real quick to see if this is what you're saying. Nick Young would be what you're saying. Nick Young became a star name because of dating Iggy Azalea and all the other stuff, but he wasn't a star player. But I get what you're saying. He became infamous because of all the dating and all that.
Now, superstar is a star after he gets through playing the game. That's a superstar. You're going to still remember. But you could be a star for 1 or 2 seasons like Brunson's doing right now. He's a star. Because he's a star.
If they get knocked out in the next round, you gonna say he's a star in the NBA?
Why do you keep? Yes,
I'm asking you.
Yes.
I'm asking you.
No, I'm saying he's a star right now. He's a star because he's starring right now. But he's not a superstar.
So when they took the ball out of his hand and they got better, and now all of a sudden he's the star of the team?
Yes, because that's the system.
No.
Okay.
No, he's not the star of the team. He's one of the stars of the team. Him and Cat.
No, Cat ain't a star. Cat's a really good player. He ain't a star.
No. There you go. He says that he's a star.
I don't agree with that.
There's your argument.
I don't agree
all
with
right. What about, real quick, Jake in Indiana? Let's get him real quick. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jake?
Hey, guys, first time, long time.
Oh, yeah.
What's happening?
Oh, yeah.
We finally got you to call in, Jake, huh?
Hey, I was on mornings, and I used to call in the morning shows. Now I'm on nights, and I'm calling in with you guys.
That's right.
Okay.
But I think it's a little, I think you need to be consistent, and consistency is the key. So you're consistent for a couple years, you evolve into a star. If you are consistent for years on end, maybe throughout your career, maybe you're known as a superstar for your career. But I think it's consistency is the key, especially with today's fans. Like most of the fans, especially younger fans, attention spans like a goldfish. You got to do it night in and night out, and show them who you are on a nightly basis. And then nights become weeks, weeks become months, months become years. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
No doubt. Don't be calling in here and making sense on your first call, being rational. How dare you? Appreciate
Very nice.
that. All right.
He said he used to call in the morning till they changed his.
No, stop. Rob.
We do have
Rob,
a morning show, don't we? What
Rob,
is that?
All right. I'm just making sure. Caution, Rob.
What is that? Alex, what's the name of that morning show? 3 bagels and a sister? What is the name of that show?
And a sister?
Rob.
It's so ridiculous. Wait, Rob in the background. Trending. All right. Olden Polynese on the way right now.
What about that show?
Martin
3 bagels
Weiss.
and a sister.
Save us, Martin.
S-I-S-T-A.
I'm curious if there are any stars playing in this game right now in Game 5 of the Eastern Semifinals. Series tied 2-2. I'd say at least one.
I think you got one.
He's got 20 points so far. Cade Cunningham with 7-14 from the floor. The Pistons have a 60-52 lead. Series again tied 2-2. This is Game 5. Third quarter about to start. Tobias Harris had a slow first quarter, but turned it on in the second. He's got 10 points on 5 for 12 from the floor. Duncan Robinson not able to play. He's out with a sore back. Dennis Jenkins got 9 points in the start in the first half for him. James Harden, the only Cleveland starter in double figures with 13. Max Strus has 12. In the NHL playoffs, Colorado has a 3-1 lead in Game 5 of the Western semifinals, but Minnesota has a 3-1 lead in the second period of that Game 5. Bottom of the ninth inning, the Rockies lead the Pittsburgh Pirates 10-4. Top of the 10th, the Nationals and the Reds 6 apiece. Top of the ninth, the Rays and Blue Jays 1 apiece. The Mets scratched out 1 in the 7th inning to tie the Tigers now 2-2 in the top of the 8th. Going to the top of the 9th inning, the Braves lead the The Braves lead the Cubs 4-1, and White Sox 3-5 over the Kansas City Royals. In the NFL, you have a couple of games that came out, scheduled release. You had a couple internationals. The first ever Thanksgiving game will take place Wednesday, November 25th, when the Rams host the Packers. Even earlier today, more international matchups mentioned. There's the Saints are going to play the Steelers in Week 7 in Paris. Lions will play the Patriots in Week 10 in Germany. The Dolphins agreed to a 4-year contract extension worth $68 million with star running back Devon Achane on Wednesday. That's according to NFL insider Jordan Schultz. And again, now, third quarter started, Detroit 60, Cleveland 52. Cleveland missing its first shot of the third quarter. Fellas, back to you.
Thank you, Martin. Appreciate it, man. Have a great night. It's the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Worship Wednesday. Last call on the way. Right now, our man, Olden Polynese, former NBA vet, Fox Sports Radio NBA analyst. You can find him at Olden Polynese 1 on X. Olden, what up, bro?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing good, man. Doing great. Settle a debate. Is Jalen Brunson a star in the NBA?
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Olden. I'm trying to tell Rob. Thank you.
Hell yeah. Listen, Rob is a hater to the umpteenth degree, so we already know that. So you guys
I'm not a hater. I'm just not. You guys just crown everybody's great. Everybody's
Rob.
This. Everybody's that. Olden, it's so
right
premature.
No.
Stop it.
Hold on.
Stop.
Hold on. Hold on, Rob. Let me talk. You call me. Look, I'm with you with that, Rob, because I'm always the one that's always saying with you guys, I don't want to give a guy the greatest of all time after 2-3 years. I'm not doing that. I need to see your full body of work. The question was, is he a star right now in the NBA? Yes, he is. He's well known. Everybody knows he is. He affects winning and losing. He's a star. He makes big shots. He's voted clutch player of the year. He's a star.
Thank you.
So the Knicks now.
No,
so the Knicks.
He's a star.
You just said what? Globally or nationally? Globally, what'd you say?
I said I don't know if he's a global star, global superstar, but he's a star in the NBA, yes.
That's all I was trying to say.
He's a star with the Knicks, and my point is that there aren't that many stars, and that's just me. I don't think everybody's a star. I think people have always think that everybody's a star. Somebody has a big night, and they're talking about, it was the greatest start of anybody I've ever seen, and this and that. I just don't believe it.
But this man's been doing this consistently now since he got to New York, so don't be hating like that. Okay?
I'm not hating. What did they do in New York? What has he done?
We're not talking about the IO, whatever he pronounces his name, the Samuel.
Right.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about Jalen Brunson, who is a legit. Again, I'm not saying he's a superstar.
See, that's what I said to that man. There's a difference between superstars and stars.
In your vocabulary, there is. Not for me. Either you're a star or you aren't. That superstar is just you guys trying to make another level.
No, because there are levels to it.
But there is such a thing. There is such a distinction, Rob. You got to stop. There's guys that are stars, and there are guys that are superstars. The guys that are knocking down and selling those shoes, Steph Curry, LeBron James, those are superstars.
Man, Olden, this is what I talk. Matter of fact, I don't even want to talk to you no more. You're just making too much sense right now, Olden.
Olden, whenever you're on the side of Kelvin, you should be worried. That's all I'm going to tell you.
You ain't got to worry about that, Olden.
I'm going to tell you should be very, very worried if you're aligned.
I'm being on Kelvin's side.
Thank you, Olden.
Olden, we know. With Kelvin.
We know.
Okay.
What you got, Rob?
One guy's actually covered the NBA since 1987.
You ain't acting like you have.
And the other guy's watched it since 1987.
Well, I'm the middle guy. I played it and covered it.
That's a good point. You do got a good point there.
Understand, Rob, one last point. You know this to be true. I know sometimes it's good to have a difference of opinion. But, Rob, you know there is a difference between superstars and stars. The superstars, consistently, they're going to give you 25 every night. You can pretty much pencil it in. The stars are going to give you about 17. They're going to be solid. Okay, and then we have those outlier guys that will give you a 50-point game, but then you don't hear from them anymore. And so it's like, no, there's different levels of this, man.
So the star you're talking about, the Knicks turned into after they lost back-to-back games where he played the role of hero ball, right? And they criticized where the Knicks were. They lost 2 one-point games to the Hawks. Then they make a change where they take the ball from him because it doesn't work when they play that way. And that's your star, the guy they took the ball away from.
Against the Atlanta Hawks. Remember, it's about matchups. The length of the Atlanta Hawks for 1 point until that game 6. And then we saw what happened with that. Okay? But up until that point, and again, there were other components to that. Okay? The Knicks, they knew they could beat Atlanta whenever they wanted. So the psychology of it all was, you know what, we're going to mess around. Then all of a sudden they lost. Like, whoa, wait a minute, we need to take this thing up. So that did not diminish who Jalen Brunson is and has been. Come on, Rob, stop.
Well, Olden probably needs our guest on with the odd couple, Rob and Kelvin on the Worship Wednesday. He don't hear making too much sense. Let me switch to this game we're watching right now. Pistons, what is it, up 5, 64-59, 9 left in the third. What do you make of this series so far, and what have you been seeing from either team?
Well, Detroit should win because the home team is taking care of business at home. So Cleveland's going to have to win one in Detroit, and I don't know if it's going to happen tonight or and I doubt it will happen in the game 7. So this is the most important game for them right now. And so, but again, they're pretty much evenly matched. The turnovers are what's killing Cleveland. I mean, to have that many turnovers, but the saving grace is the fact that they were knocking down shots, and to be only down 8, at halftime. So if they take care of the ball, then I mean, it's going to be problems for Detroit.
It's been the same thing for both teams. They had 25 turnovers for the Pistons last game.
James Harden has 16, which is a great number with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. He's got 16. Donovan hasn't played well so far, only 3 for 8 and only 10 points. If he has a big quarter or a big fourth quarter or whatever, they can get out of there and steal this game. I think they come back and win this game.
That's not going to happen. And that's to the question you first brought up, Rob. Superstars and stars. Donovan Mitchell is a perfect example of a guy that's not a superstar. Okay? But some way, somehow, people are trying to make him to be a superstar.
No,
or even
neither of us are.
Okay?
That
saying,
didn't come out of my mouth. And
he does have a shoe and all that stuff, but listen, you don't know what you're going to – some nights you don't know what you're going to get from him, which is incredible. That's the most insane thing anybody could say about a guy who claims to be a star that has his own shoe. I really don't know what I'm going to get from you night in and night out.
Yeah. And I think that's why we talked about this yesterday. I told Rob, I said, I got Rob's point. His point was Cleveland, in order to win this thing, is going to be James Harden. And I totally get what he's saying. But my point was this needs to be the Donovan Mitchell series where he said, hey, guys.
James Harden, they're in this game, and he's not even playing that well. He can play better with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. My point is, without James Harden 16, you're buried. This is over.
Right, but I'm saying
what you needed.
Go ahead, Olden.
No, I said that's true. That's a very good point. And James Harden's always a catalyst, but when will the real James Harden show up? And that's the guy that goes over. But so right now, we're seeing a whole different James Harden in the playoffs the last 2 games. So I'm pleasantly surprised that he's playing well right now.
No, he's cooking right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, he is cooking. One last thing, just on the LeBron and the Lakers. Is this marriage over? He's coming back to the Lakers. He said he has been taken for granted by the Lakers sometime since he's been here. Where are you on this? Should the marriage continue?
Well, I don't believe it should, because those guys cannot coexist, meaning LeBron, Austin, and Luka. They say all the right stuff in the media, but I know how this game works, and I don't believe they all can coexist, because you got 2 stationary cones on defense, and you got a guy that's 41. And so to me, it's not conducive to winning championships, and that's what the Lakers are known for and built on. They only trailed the Celtics. And so to me, but his contract makes it difficult. And also the kiss of death for me is always this. Whenever management come out publicly and say, oh, we're not doing this, and we're not, I start to think that something, the opposite is going to happen. And Pelinka just came out, we definitely, want to reunite with LeBron and Austin Reeves. So I'm going to keep an eye on that one.
No doubt. Everybody's going to be watching. It should be an interesting offseason for them. All right, Olden, appreciate you as always, man.
Thank you. Always.
All right, guys.
No doubt. Make sure you follow him. Olden Polynice 1. All right, last call, 87.
I need to look up Wikipedia to make sure he was in the NBA after he agreed with you. I'm just saying.
You were there. You covered him. Stop it. 877-99 on Fox. It is the Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday. Get at your boys.
It's last call time on the Odd Couple. If you had a take and couldn't get in all show, here's your chance. Your call's important to us. Call us at 877-99 on Fox. Hurry up. Rob and Kelvin got to get out of here.
Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys. Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game? That game was incredible. You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob. Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not going to see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion.
Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm going to go play baseball. Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please. I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
Rob, did you see the Portland Fire just beat the New York Liberty in the WNBA?
I never missed the WNBA.
It was their first win in franchise history because they just started and they went crazy. It was at the buzzer beater. The crowd was going crazy. I just thought you would love it.
Okay.
You want me to send it to you?
No, I don't want to see it. All I know is James Harden has 19 points.
No, he don't have more than that. He's playing very well. Tie game, 68-68. I didn't like what the Pistons were doing. That same thing they keep doing where they're up 6, 7, 8-ish, you know what I mean? And where they had opportunities to go up big. And I don't like the way they've been playing right now. Too many turnovers in Cade. That's most people have weaknesses.
He's got butterfingers. He's got.
It's not quite butterfingers to me.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah,
he just makes too many mistakes.
It's more so the like we talked about, he has to do it all, so he's starting to like overthink and create, like getting, and then and it's forcing stuff, and it's hurting him, it's hurting the team, and just like they always say, coaches always say, you rather get a shot up, even if we miss, because we at least get a chance for offensive rebound, or at least we get a chance to get our defense set. When you just turn the ball over all the time, you're helping the other team. They can get shots, they can get free points, so you got to stop the turnovers. All right, we'll keep you updated on that before we get out of here. You hit 40. Energy drops, right? We know about that. Weight sticks. Yeah, we're doing the same workout, right? It's not a discipline issue. It's biology. Doesn't mean you have to accept it. Go to mdriveformen.com. mDrive for men who show up. All right, let's get to last call.
This is the last call.
It's last call. Last call time on the Odd Couple.
Who we got?
Kevin in Culver City. You are the last caller here on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
God is good.
All the time. Tell him, Alex.
Hey, here's the word. Player development, scouting. The Lakers have to lean into, and OP said it perfectly what he was talking about. You got to lean into scouting. Here it is. I'm going to marinate with you guys on this. You know who was drafted after Dalton Connect in the draft?
I know where you're going to go with this.
AJ Mitchell.
I knew you were going there.
Second best player in the series after Shai. But guess what? He went to UC Santa Barbara.
Yep.
That's on the Lakers right under your nose. Guess who else got drafted ahead after Dalton Connect? Keyshawn George. You want a two-way player? You're talking about a two-way wing? Keyshawn George out of Miami. Are you kidding me? Hood Shafino, Javi Jaquez from UCLA. The Lakers have to lean into player development and scouting. You got to build up your bench. Hire the top scouts from OKC, from the Thunder. Poach them, pay them whatever you need to pay them. Hire 4 scouts from the Spurs, from their player personnel department. Get a little bit of everything like you do with the Dodgers, like you did with Freeman, and build up that scouting department. Let them report to Rob. Let him make the trades. And another thing, when they traded for Luka, they traded Max Christie, their top two-way guy, off of their bench, out of their draft.
Mm-hmm.
The reason OKC beat them is because they had a great bench. The Lakers have no bench. They have to build up their depth and their bench to complement players like Luka and Reeves. T-Rowe's is a start 80 T-Rowe, but you got to get more than that. You got to build up your bench. It's a darn shame that A.J. Mitchell's not in purple and gold. That guy should be a Laker. It's a shame that
that's a good point. And a lot of people are bringing that up too, saying like, he was right in your backyard. How'd you miss that? All right, hey, we appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. We're up against it. James Harden is cooking. I know he's probably looking at Donovan Mitchell like, you going to join me at some point?